So anyways, where we last left off, you guys had left Centralia, you went back down to Ava Shores, you guys were able to hand in 150 pounds of gold to the dwarven cleric
Yes, a lot of
Mizmill.
gold.
And so she gave you a pretty chunky shield. You guys spent the night at the dwarven house. The next morning, when you guys woke up, Arthur did a bunch of shopping and bought, I forget exactly how many rations, but like over 100, because now you guys have a wagon, so you actually can store things. And so yes, shopping is done. It is now the morning in Ava Shores. It's a kind of a cool morning. There's a slight drizzle, dark clouds overhead, overcast day. And you guys are well rested, well fed, and the day is yours, whatever you would like to do.
I think
I
we're
would like to start
getting-
out by picking up Tara from his house.
Yep.
He spent the night with his parents.
Yeah.
Does he have a mother?
No, she is no longer with us.
Ignis is his mum now.
Yeah. He imprinted on you like a baby bird.
Yeah. Just like the
That
sword
wasn't a wise
imprinted on him.
decision.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh.
When you pick up Tara, he is bringing with him another tray of muffins, and he got a haircut. His dad gave him a haircut, and he's very happy to see you.
Is it a good haircut?
What kind of haircut?
No, it's like a bowl haircut, but it's all uneven.
No.
Looking like a
no,
looking like an actual page.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Good, Tara.
Can-
I'm
can we
glad to
just,
see
like,
you are
shave
wearing
it
the
off now?
official gnomish haircut. I'm a rebel, so I keep my hair different, but I'm glad to see you are conforming to our ways.
So you used a different bowl for your haircut than he used for his? Is that how it makes it different?
Well, most gnomes have to only use a teacup.
I was just gonna say a teacup.
Poor gnomes.
Well, no, it adds some flavor later on when we pour the tea.
Oh, that's even worse.
Oh, God.
Get your
Nobody
caffeine
likes parmesan
directly
in their
through your
tea, dude.
Hair tea.
scalp tea.
All right.
But Tara, when if Diostri wants some of these, make sure you charge him. He is flush with cash.
Oh. I thought that we were sharing all of our food and stuff.
Rule number 732 of the Gnomish Code. The rich can help the poor. We will donate it to the poor later on.
Oh.
But
Okay.
Diastri is now classified as rich, and if he wants some, he has to donate to the poor.
Oh. So he moved up in a tax bracket is what
Yes.
you're saying. Right. Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Wait, Ignis. I'm pretty sure you're
not
into the
here!
same- We're not all picking him up. Just you.
No, just no. You guys
Mum
sleep
has
so
to go
long
pick up
anyway.
his kid.
Man, I really need to do my taxes at some point.
I would assume that we're all loading up the wagon with the stuff that Lion bought.
Yep.
At this
It's-
point, while Ignis is going to grab
Yeah.
Terra.
Yep.
On the wagon, there is one Hydra hut, 4 barrels of water, 40 kgs of meat, 4 tents, 40 pounds of hay, a shovel, an iron pot, 34 rations, and a bedroll.
Mhm.
So
All
ready to
just-
go.
on Lion's tab.
I just want to
And my
put
hay.
out there, guys. Do not put anything worth anything inside the wagon. This thing is not going to last long.
Well,
So he's son.
I hope
That
it
means
lasts a
you
fair
can't
while.
sit in the wagon because you're worth my entire life.
Aw.
That's very
aw.
touching, Ignis. Very
When
touching.
you guys, when Ignis and Tara show back up and everyone's kind of loading up the wagon, Tara starts giving you the lowdown on what's been going on in the town that his dad told him since you guys, have left and now come back. He tells you that the army has mostly vacated Ava Shores and they're chilling in Whitecrest now, preparing for the war with Kendriga. Several of the townspeople have also, either volunteered or been drafted into the war, and they're currently pulling able-bodied soldiers from a lot of the different towns. Some of the merchants seem to have gone as well because the marketplace is kind of emptied out. There are a lot of people that are no longer there anymore. Notably, Barry Zuckercorn is no longer selling weapons at his shop.
Damn it.
Fuck that guy.
I was
I hope
going
he's
to
on the
kill
front
him.
line.
Hate that.
That's the best thing I've heard all day.
Yeah, I thought you guys would be happy.
We should find like some vampire like attractant spray and just spray him with it.
Why do we want a vampire Barry Zuckercoin?
Yeah. I don't think they would take him.
Barry
Oh,
suck
heard-
blood
not-
corn.
not-
Oof.
He'd be like Barry Suckercorn.
Yeah, got him.
Rainier also during this time while we're getting ready to load up with given the news that Jenny and General Ali and obviously several others surrender and other the diplomat detachment that were killed, he would have like gone and kind of made a off to the side and said a prayer for them.
Do we know that they died actually?
He also would inform the rest of you guys what he found or had heard from whomever he was talking to. I don't remember the name of the person he was talking to that informed him that Surrender had died and Jenny and everybody. And he also sent that message up to Gildrea
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, with the courier.
with the courier.
Mhm.
All right, so
Yeah.
the wagon is all loaded. It's covered, so you don't have to worry about your stuff getting wet from like the drizzly rain. So what do you want to do?
Can I go ahead and say I want to drive this thing? I drove caravans in the army for service and for Isharin. So I'm really good with piloting wagons if you guys are cool with that.
Do you have
Yeah. Can I see your
proficiency with
license?
land vehicles?
I most certainly do.
Yeah, okay, easy peasy, no roll required.
Okay.
Yes, I think we agree you can.
Yeah, you can do it. And if you get tired, I'm happy to swap with you. I can drive wagons as well.
Yeah, I can
Great.
drive.
Wow,
So-
everyone's just a wagon driver.
Wagon Uber service? Anyone?
Uber wagon.
Put the light up on top.
So what's the plan, boys? Where do you want to go?
Unless we have any,
Centralia.
unless we have
Centralia.
anything specific we want to hit here between here and Centralia, we can just head up to Centralia and see if we can't get into the school.
I'm worried about what is happening in the school. It sounds like children are being mistreated or abused.
I just want to go back to the town to
Kinda
look at
has
the
that
shop
ring.
somewhere.
I just
Go
want
get
to.
money.
I just want to put out that it's like it was never stated how old the people were at the academy.
I mean, it's like a college. They're like college students. They're not
That's what I
like, it's
thought.
not like Harry Potter school. Like,
I
they're
mean, we
not
saw- we-
elementary students.
They're all young to me. I am 50 years old.
Mhm,
Yeah, that's true. Okay, okay.
Kids these days.
Kids
they're
these days.
magic.
God
damn it!
Damn it, Bobby.
Get off my lawn.
Get out of my academy.
Alrighty, so that
Alright.
being said, you guys head out, and you can just take the north road out of town, and you're going to be passing, the Warrens are going to be on your east, and the Sanguine Forest is going to be on the west as you guys head up. So it is going to be like a 10-hour trip, unless you want to make the caravan go super fast. You can push the horses beyond, but it's up to you, Canneray. What speed would you
I
like to
think-
travel at?
No, we don't want to push these horses, so we're just gonna go.
We're cruising.
normal
We just
travel.
got them.
reason.
Yeah.
I feel like
I'll
that would
break
get a
them.
druid to emerge from the forest like that.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and break these horses right next to the druid that protects.
I just start giving them sugar cubes, be like, "You're doing so great. Please, no, don't neigh, don't neigh in
Yeah,
vain."
yeah. When we see we put all like the whips and stuff away. When we see the sanguine tree in the
Does
distance.
Vanna still have any
Oh,
carrots
shit.
she can share?
No, I spent all my
shit.
carrots to get teeth rocks, remember?
Well, I remember I wasn't there for that, so I had no idea.
I don't have any
yeah.
more carrots.
We do have
Oh,
teeth rocks,
no.
don't we?
Yeah.
Just look at your tooth, your rock
Mine's
tooth.
on my sword already.
Perfect.
So a few hours into the trip, you do notice that the weather is getting considerably worse. It's the slight drizzle has started turning into like a full blown like pouring rain. You guys, the horses are kind of slopping through some mud. The wagon gets stuck at some point in a very thick, sloshy, probably like 4 to 5 inches of mud.
God.
You guys kind of
We're
got
gonna have to choose between fording the mud or setting up, like the balloons on the wagon.
Caulking the
Or-
wagon and fording the river.
Yeah, or do we have to wait for the
Right, can I
barge?
I mean, you could just push the wagon.
We
I
could
feel
just,
like.
Do you guys want to try to push the wagon, lift it up, push?
I try and push the wagon and I get dysentery.
I almost wore that shirt today.
But yeah,
I mean, I'll jump out and give it a push if it gets stuck.
Yeah.
Arthur will pop Furbolg's mate, so I get advantage on strength checks and help.
alrighty.
The thing about being short
gonna
is you
cast
get like
Mage Hand.
good leverage.
It's all
I
about
can
the
like get
leverage.
right underneath it and like lift it up on my shoulder almost.
Go ahead and for those of you who are pushing, including advantage with Furbolg's Might, just roll me a strength check.
Do they get advantage because of my mage hand?
Um,
Well, lucky you crit because we all rolled shit.
I just picked up the wagon.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm about to try and push, but I'm like, oh, he's got it. It's fine. My weak, like, oh, I'm gonna help you guys, and I just don't. I'm like, oh.
Half-hearted, I'm actually trying to help, but I'm not really.
And
Yeah.
he just jumps off the front
You
and
got
just
finger up.
drags it out. Just looks
I
at the
think the mud
horses
is
and he's
taller
just
than
like,
I am, so
fucking.
so
Yeah,
yeah,
you be swimming.
you guys, Cannery single-handedly, not even like a struggle, just one hand, just like hoists the wagon and kind of pushes it onward. But while you guys are disembarked trying to check out the wagon, you do see a few curious things to your west in the edge of the Sanguine Forest. You see some of the plants have wilted. You also see a few dead birds that are just kind of littered on the ground. There's only like 6 or 7 of them. It looks like a whole flock has just sort of dropped dead.
This is in the direction of the Sanguine Forest?
Yeah, so the road is taking you, the Sanguine Forest is like to your west, and so along like the woods are more thick the deeper you go, but as it kind of gets a little closer to the road, the trees sort of thin out, and you can see that some of the plants have wilted, and that's where you see the dead birds.
How far away is that from us?
I mean, it's like right, 10 feet off the
Right off-
edge
look
of the road.
Right off
Look,
the road.
guys, hear
can
me
I
out
make
here. I think we
go
need
ahead,
to
Isa.
keep. I think we need to keep going. We don't want to be near these birds when the fucking druid finds them. The last thing
I
we need
would-
is to get blamed for this.
Can I make a nature check if I can see kind of what's wrong with the plants and the birds?
Yeah, sure thing. You can tell that the magic that has been sort of keeping this part of the forest flourishing is starting to wane. And that whatever is keeping these plants, because the Sanguine Forest is really rich and abundant with all different types of, flora and fauna, and it seems to be sort of like receding back into the forest as though like its tendrils of magic aren't reaching as far out. The birds seem to have died. That's for the plants. The birds seem to have died, not from any disease that you can tell. It doesn't seem like they were killed by any like predators or anything. You don't see blood or, I mean, there's feathers from like them just falling out of the sky, but you don't see like any wound per se. but it does appear to be some sort of natural cause. You're not sensing any, you know, hunters or anything like that.
I would say he's done. I don't think we might have to worry about that. Seems like something might be wrong with Schlingleberry. This is her. It seems her magic is failing.
How far away are we from Shingleberry? Like from her house?
So you guys are currently here. Let me bring us to the map because that's easy to do. So if you guys are, oops, that's the wrong map.
Oilers.
You're about here on the road at this point. You're almost halfway to Centralia, and you know that Schlingleberry is another like 4 hours into the forest this way.
Like 4 hours by cart or by walking?
The wagon would be very difficult to take through the forest because it's so
That's what I
thick.
thought.
It's not like the wagon is more for roads, or I mean, you could take it over like, you know, meadows and flat like plains and prairies, but going through a thick forest like that would be pretty difficult with the wagon. It would
Yeah.
actually cause you to clear out a trail, like bushwhack your way through.
That
That's not-
seems like that wouldn't go over well.
This is not an all-terrain wagon, is what you're saying.
Yeah, correct. You guys went for the sport model, not the off-road.
God damn it.
We have a sport model? I don't
Can't believe we cheaped out on that.
We got a spoiler
But
on
you have
this
to
thing.
admit the butt warmers and the seats are pretty nice.
Yeah, the sunroof.
I mean, gotta love the heated steering wheel.
I think we may want to talk about if something might be wrong with Schlingleberry. And although many of us may not particularly enjoy her at times, she is a valuable ally that could be beneficial for us in the future.
Yeah, my
I'm
thoughts
just
are.
wondering.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just wondering what we could do. You know, if Schlingleberry's in trouble, like, are we going to be able to help her?
I mean, it might
Yeah.
just be a case of even the strongest people can be overwhelmed. You know, numbers do play a role in all battles.
Yeah, I mean,
think-
it comes down to like, is she just sick, or is is there something else going on? Like, I mean, I know she talked about like the trolls that were nearby. I want, is there?
it's although we
She's still
don't
got enemies
owe-
out there.
Yeah, we don't really owe her any sort of allegiance, but at this point, it's like war's on the horizon. It's probably better to have allies where we can find them, especially one as powerful as she is. Maybe a quick little wellness check. Just knock on the door, see if everything's okay. We have someone who's good with talking to her,
Yeah.
right?
I'm
Yeah.
all for it. My biggest thing is the cart. Like, if we can't bring the cart,
Yeah, I haven't put
Yeah.
anything valuable in this thing. It's been a good run, I think. You know?
lose the
It's been a good run.
It's been a good
Is of
run.
having it. Spend all that money, but yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
Who
I
did-
think we can take it into the woods a little bit and like hide it.
Yeah.
We can't.
Yeah.
That's a good
not
idea.
matter
And
So-
if we leave it out in the open.
Are we going to be able to find it when we get back?
Well, we know where we would put it.
Yes,
though.
we can. I mean,
Yeah, we just look for the dead birds, and that's where we.
Oh, yeah.
All of the dead birds. Yeah.
We'll put the dead birds on the wagon.
Yeah, we'll hide the wagon with the dead bird.
We'll
Right,
build
then
them
nobody will wanna
into.
come near
We'll
it.
stuff them. We'll stuff them first. So
Taxidermy check.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the edge of the wood, like I said, further you go, the more populated it looks in there. But there are like spots where you would probably be able to take the wagon, 30, 40 feet off of the road through some trees. It would cause, very little disturbance to the actual, foliage itself. And then you could probably camouflage it in like a little copse of trees. There's bushes and things like that. Like some of the plants are definitely wilting and you can see, but there's still a lot of brush that you would kind of be able to store the wagon behind because it's a little thinner as you get closer to the road.
yeah, I feel like the Austihr would probably be able to do a decent job of hiding the wagon, seeing that he grew up
Can
know,
we
in the-
bring the horses
in
with
and around the
us?
forest.
Yes, the horses you could bring with you. They
Okay.
can kind of meander through the trees, at spots where you'd have to walk like single file. You might not be able to ride the horses because there's a lot of like low hanging branches and stuff like that. But the horses, you could kind of, lead through.
We could
Yeah.
just leave them with the card as well.
Okay, but that's like
that
leaving your
kinda
keys in the car.
It sort of defeats the purpose of trying to hide the cart if we're leaving horses with it.
And what if
Doesn't
they
it,
like
you know?
get antsy? What if they want to stretch or something and they just have to stand there for 4
They
hours?
can come with us just fine. They won't slow us down.
Okay.
Look, as reluctant as I am to trust the satyr and the crazy person,
What?
I think that's a good idea to
Alright.
bring them.
I think that'd be, and then we can see Dingleberry and she'll be like, "Oh, horses! You guys are taking such great care of animals." I'll be like, "Yeah."
How are the horses
Or
looking after
she'll
being grossly
force us.
mistreated for weeks upon weeks? Are they looking any better, or
Yeah.
do they still look like shit?
No, they've gained a lot of weight back. Their coats
Okay.
look a lot healthier. Someone
In one
has
day?
braided.
Hell yeah.
No, you guys were in Gildriel for like a week, and you rescued
Okay.
the stable owners, a few days prior to that. So these horses
Yeah,
have at
that's
least,
fair.
2 solid weeks of care. They've
I
been,
killed their husband.
They had horse IVs.
yeah,
Outside these.
they ate a lot of carrots.
Yeah,
Someone has
think
braided their
that-
tails.
But I
Yeah.
think if we're hiding the wagon, we definitely bring the horses.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
it's
Yeah,
like
let's do
defeats
that.
the purpose.
Okay.
I can cast alarm around the wagon.
Unless you
Perfect.
can
No.
hide them.
Although I do
Arthur.
want to check one thing with that.
You could always just tie them to a separate tree, but otherwise you just-
All it takes is one like passerby hearing a horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
What
just
if
be like, hey, there's some free horses here. Like,
And a free card.
Just bring with us then. Okay.
It's like when you're
No,
trying
I
to stealth
don't-
in
I don't think the
Skyrim
alarm
and your
will work.
horse makes the noise.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, shut up.
oh, damn it.
The alarm's only. I'm guessing Schlingleberry's place is not 1 mile away.
No, it's 4 hours away.
So like
How many
3
miles?
miles.
I can count. 1, 2, 3.
That's only 1 mile
4.
for me. I got little legs.
Mm.
4 hours is a
It's
long
It's
Short
8
distances.
miles. 8 miles away.
8 miles?
Alarm won't warn us in case something
Oh.
happens, but
Well-
God.
Tara
That's a good idea.
pipes up and he tells you like, I'm willing to wait with the cart if you're concerned people will steal it. Grand Theft
All right, I'm
Wagon
gonna-
and all.
So
I'm gonna
now
turn
we gotta
Tara
hide
into
Tara
Arnold
as well.
Schwarzenegger from Predator.
Tara, what would you do if somebody decided to steal the wagon?
He puts his hand on the hilt of his sword, his not curse sword anymore, and he's like, I would slice him, I would dice him, I would slap
We
chop
have
him.
been working hard. He has made.
What?
You're gonna love my nuts.
You do have that light crossbow I gave you. You could hide in a tree somewhere if you really want as well.
Oh yeah, I'll shoot him.
Okay.
All right.
Everybody's just okay with leaving the kid. Okay.
I think that's up to you.
I mean,
really.
I'm not really.
He's a
but
young man,
Yeah.
How old is he?
like 13,
Tara, do you
14.
think you can make a wise
That's
decision
not
on if it is
fucking
it
kid.
is appropriate to
Give it.
Young
guard the
man.
wagon?
Yeah.
I mean,
if you
I look-
guys want me to go with you, I'll go. I'm not crazy about seeing Schlingleberry again, but I'm also willing to stay by the cart. Whatever you think, Sir Ignis.
It is important for a gnomish knight to set boundaries. Boundaries are the core of any relationship. And when people say no, no means no.
No.
Putting that one out there, kids. So I think A, we are going to do a good job hiding the wagon. And B, if you have don't de-answer. I don't need that. Maybe we are going to do a good job. No negativity. So I think you should stay here and guard the wagon.
Okay.
But I don't think you should try and defend the wagon unless unless another little kid comes to steal the wagon. If like 20 grown ass men come and steal the wagon,
Or like
I
an
want you
army
to
of
crawl up into a
squirrels,
tree.
maybe.
and join the squirrel clan.
Okay. Have you heard about that famous hero from the Bard songs, Rambo? I could put the mud on my face and I could hide like him. He's a really good fighter, I heard.
Yes, I would prefer you actually do Schnarnold.
Okay.
Schnarnold is much better.
Schnarnold Martzneggers? The bodybuilder? The barbarian?
Well, actually, he actually rules towns now. He had a brief stint in
He's a reeve.
governorship. Yes,
Yeah.
he was a reaper, and he did quite well, actually. I think
Yeah.
we can all agree about that. But so
Okay.
yes, and I just start taking mud and throwing it at Tara's face.
Jesus.
Oh no.
Okay. Diastra, you're gonna hide the wagon.
Yeah, I'll
Can I
help
help?
hide the wagon. I was just going to make a point that if Tara is not going to be actually defending the wagon, why leave him? Because if the wagon gets stolen,
Because
the
then we-
wagon gets stolen. We
Well,
would
then
know
you can tell
anyway.
us
We're going to
who-
come back and it's either going to be here or it's not.
He can
Yeah.
tell us who it was,
Yeah.
and be
If it was
you
a
know,
group, if it was one person, like it might be worth going to grab it if it gets stolen and it's only one guy, you know? Like
I mean, you were ready to abandon the horse and wagons like 2 minutes ago. Just like,
me,
yeah, whatever. I don't care about everything.
that was an honest to God joke. All right, you shouldn't take things so seriously,
he will be
Diastri.
fine, Diastri. Independence is the crux of gnomish knighthood.
You know, on that same note, it's also good to face your problems directly as well. So
To be
Done.
fair, you guys left me for like 5 days, and I just stood watching that house in Ava Shores. And
Yeah,
I
we've
don't-
done worse.
It's
See,
different. That wasn't our fault.
we've done worse, so we should probably do better.
no, this is better. We're not leaving him for 5 days this time. It's fine.
Well,
We're going
we
to
also
prove
won't
ourselves.
be leaving him for 5 days. What if Schlingelberry like transports us to fucking?
Look,
Yeah,
look,
we don't know what's going to
Romania.
happen.
Did you
we
say?
don't.
All right, Tara. If we are not back in 1 day, go home. Forget everything I've taught you.
That's a
I was
maybe
gonna say,
maybe
no
extend that to
3
like
days.
2 or 3 days. I mean, he's got
Yeah.
plenty of food here.
Oh yeah, I
We
was going to say we got food. You got
Alright,
food there this time and
2
water.
days. 2 days. If we're not back in 2 days, return home. Forget gnomes exist.
Okay, sure thing.
Just
Okay.
forget everything you know,
If Schindlerberry wants to send us somewhere, we could just
including baking.
get him.
Yes, we'll come back and get him if Schlingelberry's like, I need you to go to Mount Doom and toss in my name. Where? I don't know. But
All right.
So roll a survival check with advantage, Diastri, because you're getting help.
Okay.
can I do a deception check for my
18.
hiding Tara?
Well, that would be a survival check because
Deception.
you're camouflaging him.
3.
Nice.
Okay. You just throw
I
so
paint him red.
yeah, you throw so much mud on Tara, but it's like raining, so the mud just kind of like washes off, but now it's just like leaving like dirty streaks on his like, clothes and face and armor and stuff.
Just
Um,
he just got fresh, got a haircut, probably had new clothes on.
Yeah.
And
Just
just
a little bucket of
destroying
mud, huh?
this
I
kid.
have prestidigitation. I can clean him up after this.
With an 18 Diastri, you're able to take the cart, the wagon, like, 30 feet off of the side of the road. You hide it behind some bushes, and then you layer over top of it a bunch of, leaves, broken branches, all kinds of things that, would sort of blend in naturally. It doesn't look like a mass of things that are trying to hide something. It looks incredibly natural. And as you admire your work and you're walking around, just double checking it from every single possible angle, from the road, from, a little bit closer inspection, it's very hard to tell that anything is there at all. You did a fantastic job.
Yeah, I got this.
Can
guys.
I-
No worries.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody will find this.
How smelly
Great.
is jerky? Or like our rations? Are they stinky?
Well,
There is
you
a
have
hot
them
shop
in
there.
a barrel, so like an animal, like or something like
Okay.
that would smell it, but like a human would not. Like from 30 feet away on the road, they're not going to be like,
Yeah,
I smell
but-
jerky.
I smell
But there's
rash.
fucking
Yeah.
bears and shit around here, guys.
Unless the jerky starts going, made by Barry Zuckercorn.
It might. It
At that point, we
fucking
just burn
might.
it. To be honest, I think we just need to burn it.
It honestly might. Did anybody check if it was like stamped with his logo?
No, you didn't buy the jerky from Barry Zuckercorn.
Oh, okay, well, that's good.
He's just a
Okay.
weapons dealer, the general goods person. If you're curious who you bought the rations from, would have been you would have bought it from the meat stall, and his name is Fred Rod.
Fred Rod.
Mhm.
Fred
That's
Rod.
that's a name I can get behind.
The meat man.
Yeah.
It's a name that really gets inside of you, you know.
Isan, remember that
Oh,
name
no.
for when you get food poisoning.
I don't get food poisoning, mate. I
He's
got a hardy
dwarven
constitution. Yeah, I literally could eat this mud and I wouldn't get sick.
And
It's
guess
fine.
what? Dwarven
I would pay to
Constitution's
see
in the
that.
SRD, and we can use it.
All right. So, are you guys bringing the horses with you into the forest?
Yeah.
I'd
Sweet.
say so, yeah.
So,
So who's walking the horses?
I can have
I'll
one
take-
by the lead.
Vanna.
I'll take one.
Vanna.
What?
No, no.
Hey, it was your choice.
Your choice.
Or Vanna.
When they poop,
Yeah.
you have to pick it up.
Oh no!
no,
Can
you
I
just
just
leave
like?
the horse poop
Horse
in the.
poo,
That's-
yeah.
that's
horse
Somebody's
good.
lawn. This is a
fertilizer.
forest.
Oh my god. Oh.
Leave the
It'd-
shit.
It would probably
don't know,
be
Schlingelberries,
good for the
if you-
place.
Natural
If
fertilizer,
things are
man.
dying.
Yeah, it's
if
good.
things are dying, it's good for the
Yeah.
place.
That's not what us gnomes do with our
Look,
horses, but
I'm
okay.
pretty sure I did not
Did
see
gnomes
a
even
bathroom
own
at
horses?
Schlingleberry's. Pretty sure
We
she's
do.
just
We
going
do
out
own
in the
horses.
forest like her buddy animals. So
Look,
She has a
I
she.
don't think
God, if we come up on a picture of Schlingleberry squatting, I'm quitting. I'm going home. I'm going back to my swamp and never returning, where we have plumbing.
Oh no, the gnomish plumbing.
Gnomish plumbing.
We make our way deeper into the forest.
Yes. Who is walking the horses? Two people, one per horse.
Oh,
I'll take.
yeah, I think it
one.
was Dias. Oh, okay, yeah,
Or whatever.
Okay.
yeah. I thought it was Diastri and Kenray.
So for the
That's
two
fine,
people
yeah.
who are walking the horses, roll animal handling checks.
Well, maybe I shouldn't
God.
be doing
that's the yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Oh shit!
So, you know, Canneray, you're used to fording, creatures through the wilderness, and Diastri should be, but you're just so tied up about checking how well you hid the wagon that you keep like turning around to like check on it, even though at this point you're like 2 hours into the forest and you know that you can't see it, but you just got to keep checking, and you and the horse get tangled up in bramble bushes. You guys, kind of like fall down like a little ditch. You got to like climb back out. That being said, it takes a little bit longer than the 4 hours. The rain at this point is coming down pretty heavy, but from you're a little bit covered because there's a thick canopy of trees overhead. It's pretty dark with the overcast and then the tree canopy. So sometimes, you're not seeing spider webs. You're walking into, spider webs. At one point, you guys kind of you had come past this way before, but you see the tall tree in the distance, the big red tree. And as you're getting closer to it, you're seeing that some of those leaves have actually fallen off. And you can start to see some of those red leaves, like it's fall time, sort of like littering the forest floor. And they do get, like it becomes like a thick mass. Like at first it's just 1 or 2 leaves, and as you get closer and closer to the tree, you see that there's a lot more of them, and the tree itself doesn't look bare. Like it still has more leaves to afford to lose, but you do start noticing that there are some branches where the leaves are kind of like just falling off completely, and there are some twigs and limbs that are sticking out just bare.
Yeah.
You say
Something's
this-
not right
it-
here.
It is fall time.
No,
or it
it's
is
actually
not?
springtime.
Okay, so springtime. So this is definitely
Oh,
out
it's
of the
seasonal.
ordinary.
Yeah, and
Yeah, it looks fine. The leaves are just springing off the trees.
That's not how that works.
What trees have leaves that spring off of them? I'm curious.
I'm talking about the big red tree.
I'm talking to Ignis because
Oh.
he's saying that looks fine. They're just springing off the tree like normal. In what world is that normal?
Well, the Great
In the
Dwarven
swamp,
rock
of
trees
course.
do that.
You guys don't have spring trees?
No.
As we're walking, are there any more patches of is there any more patches of dead stuff like we saw before we entered the forest?
Yeah, you're seeing less and less of them. It seemed to be more towards the edge of the forest, and as you kind of come in closer to the big tree, you're not seeing as much dead foliage. But there are still some signs that things are not as healthy as they once were. Notably, you're seeing like some of the vines, that were climbing up trees are kind of like at the top, sort of like falling off limply. You're seeing some of the bushes starting to just get a little brown and kind of crunchy looking, just not as vibrant.
Okay.
So the hours pass. You guys get to the tall tree. You are greeted by that gate surrounding the perimeter. And it's all those interwoven vines and brambles and thorns.
Littleberry, you home?
This is you.
Wasn't the last time we came like there was like a thorn fence that we couldn't touch?
Yeah.
Is that still there?
Yes, that's what you're coming up to, and it's so Schlingleberry the last time had to activate some sort of magic, and the vines actually spread apart and moved, kind of creating like an opening that you guys could walk through, and that opening is not there.
Oh no. Is it high enough? Is it like a wall? Like, can we just like climb it?
It's like 10 feet high.
Oh, I'll call out to her. Really?
If we had spring trees here, we could make it over easily.
You, Vanna, roll a perception check after you call out to Schlingleberry.
Be like, hey girl, are you home? And then perception?
Yep.
Do that. Oh, okay.
You hear a very weak voice reply, and you almost don't hear it over like the pitter-patter of the rain falling down on all the trees, but you do hear, oh my god, Vanna, is that you?
I'm like, oh, yeah, girl, it's me. Can you come open the fence? Or can we climb it? Can you tell your wall not to poke us? Like, if we need to get over here?
So you see the fence start to shift. Some of the vines start to recede. The opening is not quite as big. It's not big enough for like the taller party members to actually walk through. It's probably like 3 feet high, pretty narrow. But she did open it, and you guys are able to, walk through. The tall people kind of have to like scrunch down to get inside.
Oh.
The horses aren't coming in, that's for sure.
No, leave them there.
Just coming up for a 2-week bender, it sounds like.
Let's let them free, and I go to slap one.
I just grab his hand like, no, Ignis. We need these. We might need to have a quick getaway, and I'll just go. I'll tether the horses.
Get away.
I'm
Start
very
counting
worried.
the amount of party members that we have and looking at the horses. Quick getaway.
Yeah.
For some of us.
I'm worried because she doesn't sound good, so I'm kind of like fast walking, like mall walking to go see where she is.
Understandable. So yeah, when you guys can put yourselves on the map. I already put Heesum, but the rest of you can put yourselves.
Oh, many thanks.
Yeah. When you enter, you see Schlingleberry laying. She's got like a collection of pillows. She still has all of the animals on the inside of her treehouse. Most of them are not looking very good. The animals themselves are very lethargic. You're seeing there used to be butterflies and birds and like lightning bugs and all kinds of, stuff flying around. Most of, the animals are laying down. They're not active. They don't even like so much as like look up at you as you enter. Schlingleberry herself is laying on the beds of pillows. She looks very pale. She's got just this big, thick woolen blanket wrapped over her. She's got dark circles under her eyes. And when you enter, she's like, Vanna.
Oh, girl. I don't know how to put my token on here, but can
okay.
I just...
I
Sorry.
will plop you on.
Oh.
Boop.
Looks fine to me.
Oh, here I am. I'm sprinting, but like not in a weird way. Just like, oh my gosh. You
Rainier
look...
would also hustle up there too.
Yeah, I don't want to alarm her, but I definitely want to be like, oh girl, you sick? Like, I don't want to be like, you look horrible, but you like got a little cold or something? This rain? Is it like the weather?
Yeah, you look horrible.
Oh no.
So remember those trolls I told you about?
Oh no.
They're not acting on their own behalf. There's a group of people that I think were commanding them. I tried to take them out myself, and I was handling the trolls perfectly fine, because I'm pretty powerful. but I got attacked from behind, and I didn't see who it was, but my creatures told me that there was like 4 people that after they, blasted me with their magic, they ran away.
Shit.
That
They must have been
sucks.
pretty powerful people.
Yeah.
You know what type of magic they were using?
Well, I got hit with some necrotic magic. I felt it immediately just wither away at my life essence.
And Rainier's gonna basically just say, are you healing or do you need more help? Are you dying?
I'm healing. I have some tea and some concoctions going, but I'm very weak right now. I'm actually taking some of the energy from the sanguine forests and kind of soaking it up through my root chakra.
It's noticeable.
Yeah.
It's looking a little rough out there.
Root chakra. Oof.
Rainier will just kind of go put his hand on her shoulder and hit her with some cure wounds.
Okay. She go ahead and roll for it.
Two,
If only
5, and
the Zarab lady was here.
his
Go back
modifier
up and
is
get her.
charisma.
She could
Yes.
cure this, I
So
think.
plus another 4. So 9.
9. Okay. She does appear to that has helped her. She sits up a little bit, like she was just kind of laying down under, like cuddled under her blanket, and she sits up a little bit. So look, I don't know if you guys want to really tangle with these people. They seem really powerful. But the trolls, they got past my defenses, and I know that they were heading towards a town. That was a couple of days ago. I sure hope that they haven't made it already.
Do you know which town they were heading to?
Well, they were heading south out of the Darkwood, so they could have been going to Matriel, they could have been going to Vestoria, but Vestoria is a pretty well-fortified city. I don't think they would have broken through those walls, but who knows?
How many were there?
There was 4 trolls. A 5th one was killed, not by me, but by something else.
Something
I don't think
else?
they could attack a city.
But if they were being ruled by something else, like if something was commanding them, like she said.
Yeah, but they could be Piscary and Lashalt Cove as well.
Oh god.
We know how useless those guards are.
That's true. They are useless schmucks.
Were they being commanded as in following orders, or were they being commanded as in they were kind of like brainwashed? Or
I couldn't tell that, but they weren't behaving as a troll would normally behave. Trolls aren't very smart, and they seem to have some sort of planning and strategy behind their attack.
What would be able to command trolls?
Who knows? And the better question is, who wants to?
Yeah.
All I know is Isiralur is pretty fucked right now.
Yeah, it's not in a good spot. I don't know if you've heard, but Zero Lil is at war with Kendrago.
I did not hear this, but I'm not
Apparently.
surprised. That's all humans do is fight and go to war.
Apparently the vampires are running on it as well. So
And when you say that, you see her face drop. Vampires are not natural. They do not belong in this world.
Agreed. Vampires suck.
They sure do. They sure do.
well, I suppose that we could go look at the area where the trolls were. Is there anything left over there still?
I don't know. I was knocked unconscious, and a few of my giant eagles picked me up and brought me back here. I woke up several hours later, and I've just been trying to recuperate. I've
Why
sent the
didn't we
eagles
just-
as scouts, but nothing yet.
Eagle Scouts.
Eagle Scouts.
Eagle Scouts. Aw.
Yeah, they're trying to earn some badges.
So can the
Aw.
Eagles just come back here and fly
Badges or
us?
badgers?
Yeah.
Patrol?
Let's just fly
Do
them
you
into
just
Mordor.
simply want to just take the eagles to Mordor?
That's what I was gonna say.
That's probably the
Um,
easiest way, right?
Well, yeah. Do we
We
want to
may-
worry about the trolls that have escaped, or do we want to go investigate where the trolls were from?
Well, I think, we might find some clues if we go investigate where they were from. I think that still doesn't solve that we have to catch them.
I am very upset that my friend is hurt, and I just want to get rid of these trolls. But so I'm not like thinking like, oh, we should look for evidence. I'm just thinking find the trolls and like, you know.
But on the
Get
other
'em
hand,
out.
if we have an idea of what's like, let's say we find where they're from and we find like a little notebook that says, "Hi, I'm Ashnaror, the evil necromancer who controls trolls. My weaknesses are,"
Oh yeah, true.
that
His
would
little
be
diary.
helpful.
Yeah.
His like
Do
online
evil
dating
villains
profile.
speak, little?
Yeah.
I like long walks on the beach, pina coladas.
I am
and
definitely
controlling
allergic
trolls.
to bananas, though.
Okay, Necro account.
Yeah.
Well, we got to decide what we're gonna do because we've got like a lot of shit on our plate, guys.
Yeah.
Seems to keep
I
piling
mean,
up.
this sounds
Well, I
like
mean,
one of
this-
those.
This was
right
already
now
on our
problems.
plate, technically.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
this has just kind of made it be more upfront and
I feel
So,
like
let me-
it's kind of our fault. She's sick.
Let me ask you, the issue with the dwarves, is that an immediate thing? Or, because I know
I
we
haven't
were
told
thinking
you.
about
I
that.
haven't told you anything about that yet.
I'm sorry, I had some weird tea for breakfast. I apologize.
Oh, I'm sorry I didn't make tea, guys.
No, it's alright. It's fine.
Needed, yeah.
I'm
We
being
would
a
have done
bad
that.
You're doing
host.
great. You're doing great.
We would have come back to do the trolls quicker, but Gildria
But we
was
also
infested
got
with
that-
bandits, so
We also weren't quite ready for trolls.
We've also got the issues that are happening in Centralia, the issues that are happening like everywhere.
Can we just ask you a no judgment zone here, Schlingleberry? Did you happen to turn a bachelor into a deer and then have his friends murder him?
No, I wouldn't turn an unwilling person into a animal unless they
No,
were.
was he willing?
that's what Vanna said. We all trusted Vanna. She was all like, "No, this isn't Schlingleberry." I just had to ask. So she's still good in your book. If you want to hate me for the question, hate me. But
Did
she's
someone
still good.
kill a deer person?
technically
Yes.
not.
someone killed a deer that turned back into someone that they were traveling with like a couple minutes ago.
That sounds like a polymorph spell. That's not. I don't do that.
See, told you. She wouldn't do that.
You were so right, Vanna. Your friendship with Schlingleberry is impressive.
To be fair, she technically said she couldn't do that, not that she wouldn't do that.
Well,
I mean,
if she could, she would.
That's better.
I just
but-
pat Shingleberry on the back.
All right, let's make our decision now, my friends. Do we continue on our quest, or do we immediately drop and help with the trolls?
How far away are the trolls?
Far.
So where
Some
you
left in the
guys
forest and
are
they're
now, you're technically. I'll actually bring you guys to that map so I can explain it a little bit better. But you guys are currently in the Sanguine Forest, right?
Mhm.
And
Yep.
so you're here. The trolls are somewhere in this part of the forest. This is called the Darkwood. She can kind of give you a little bit of better directions where the troll camp itself was. This is the town of Matrio. This is the town of Lashall Cove. So from here, your wagon is over here somewhere. and over here is where the
Yeah.
trolls were.
Oh,
Caught in a rock and a hard
Jesus.
place.
Okay.
So,
So we believe the trolls are heading here.
well, there's only 4 of them as well. So
They were
Well,
heading
either
south
there
out of
or
the Darkwood.
here.
I have a hard time believing 4 trolls and maybe their dark evil overlord is going to attack an entire walled city.
Yeah, I agree.
But then again, trolls are not that intelligent.
Yeah.
But
Their
still,
leader might
maybe.
be.
yeah.
If their leader or if them as a group were able to do this to Lingleberry, like
Hmm.
Yeah, that's
They've
I
obviously
can
got
more
some
imagine
power.
them going here, but all I know is I do have to go back for Terra. We can't leave Terra for 5 days with no food and no
No.
water again.
Yeah.
no, he has
agreed.
food and water this
He's
time.
got food and
it's on the
water.
cart.
But this is why I said don't put anything valuable in the cart, guys. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Shit, where's my 10,000 gold pieces?
You left.
We
You gave them
could-
to the dwarfs.
We could have Schlingleberry. Are any of your animals able to get a message to Terra?
I can try to send a messenger pigeon if you want to write something, but I can't really do anything too strenuous.
And if it's possible, can you send a messenger pigeon to watch our wagon, and also send a message to Terra to come here, and we'll go investigate the trolls.
I can do that if you write out scroll. I'll attach it.
He's-san, can you write it for me? I'm not good
I
at
don't know
giving
how to read.
directions.
All
Don't need
right.
to know how to read.
The
you
Austrian
just-
do that.
Sorry,
I
if I
could
tried
write
to
it.
write
If he wants
directions
to-
here, he'd probably wind up in frickin' Kindriga or something, knowing our gnomish sense.
And I can try, but I feel like someone like Diastri would probably be
yeah,
better.
We'll let Dia.
If we were
Uh,
underground,
Diastri-
I'd probably be
Diastri
able
writes
to
in
do it,
that
but
weird,
You have
weird script with the little daggers and the eyeballs and stuff like that. That's
the love
puts
hearts
hearts
over the
over
eyes.
the
eyes.
That's
Yeah.
one language I can
Wingdings.
write. I mean, I can write in multiple. Which language would you like?
Where did he learn wingdings?
just common.
Okay, common.
to.
So
Surprised
I'll
that
write a
Terran
note
knows
out with
another
the
language.
directions to follow our trail to her.
He's been here,
Little
so
tree.
he has.
He's
a
been
rough
here, so
idea,
I mean, it's
I
not
don't
hard.
want to.
You just look up. There's the giant tree in the sky. Walk
Look, I
to
don't
it.
want to be like that guy, but we do have like other issues here. Like our Dragonborn friend here has just found some leads for like his freaking like something he's been searching for a while,
Yeah.
and we're just gonna like give them up right now, potentially. Like,
Well, the road going north to Centralia, there's actually an elven road out of Centralia that comes down to the Darkwood.
Yeah, that's a fast route.
but we don't know. My issue is we don't know how long we're going to be in Centralia, and there's issues everywhere.
There are issues everywhere.
Yeah, I think with as much as we have on our plate, we maybe just hit things as they're hitting us. 'Cause if we kind of start canceling out things to cancel out things, we're just gonna end up with more on our plate and be more overwhelmed.
Yeah.
All right, let's put
Like,
it.
surely we're not the only adventuring party that can take care of issues.
Yeah, but we
Before
also
you
need
swallow.
to do certain things.
There's
Yeah,
a amazing group of girls that I know I had met, but I can't reach them now.
We can do
Let's put it to a vote now.
we can do-
Rainier will be the tiebreaker.
trolls, then up to Centralia, and then wherever we want to go from there. If we wanted to.
Well, I'll agree with Heason. The problem with the trolls is we go across, look at where the trolls are, and then they're all the way down south now.
Well, she said only 4 of them. went down south.
There was only 4 to begin with. Well,
Oh,
there
there's
was
only 4 to
5, but
begin with.
1 died.
By
Oh,
something
okay.
else. Something killed the troll. And
say
whatever was
let's-
with the trolls was powerful enough to injure our friend Schlingleberry here.
Only because they got the drop on her.
True.
They're going to
They
get the
snuck
drop
up
on
on
us. We don't know what we're looking for.
Or we
We're
get the top on
seasoned
them.
adventurers.
Unless we all just like stand in a circle with our backs all together, we just move in a circle.
We
and
just
then-
walk like that from here.
Yeah.
Turtle
well.
formation. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Then
No,
nothing will
no
catch
way.
us off by surprise.
Who's going to watch up?
Leon.
Leon?
There you
Okay.
go. Yeah.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah, okay.
But
Let's
yeah, that
put
would
it
be
to a
like
vote now.
just incredibly out of the way.
Yeah. Let's put it to a vote
So
now.
I mean,
All in-
the road, yes, north is going to be the fastest way to Centralia, and then depending, I mean, yeah, we might get stuck there for more than a day or a few, but still, the road out of Centralia down to the Dark Forest is probably going to be as fast or faster than trying to travel through the rest of the Sanguine into the Dark Forest.
Mhm.
We could probably make it up and around just as fast. with
Yeah, I
a-
do
with a
agree with
stop-
you. It's
stop in
just going out
Centralia.
of our way
we could
so
we could
far.
also just warn
Well,
people in
I'm saying if-
Centralia.
Go straight to Centralia because that's the fastest route technically to Centralia right now.
Mm.
Try and, minimize the time there if we can. Do what we need
We
to
can
do.
warn
No
people in
shopping.
Centralia.
No dilly dallying.
We
Get
can warn
in.
the government.
That's what we said when we left Ava Shores, and here we are, 4 hours out of the way. Fucking Shingleberry's house.
Vanna, are you talking to us or are you looking at a mirror?
Both. I'm looking in a mirror, but I'm looking at you guys in the reflection, and I'm like, no shopping. Just pointing.
All right. All in favor of just going after the trolls now?
Like right this second.
Right this second.
Yeah, straight from her place, straight over.
Great. I
Unless-
think that one was
unless,
Arthur.
unless Shingleberry can organize like a round trip, I think that's out of the question.
She's too weak to do
I don't
any
think she.
powerful
I
magics.
don't think she has anything in
Hmm.
her right now. She's.
It's okay,
burdened.
girl. You rest up. You rest
Yeah.
up.
So I think we just head off to Centralia, and as we go there, we'll make plans.
Rainier
Talk more
asks
about it.
Yeah.
Schlingleberry if she feels like she is safe here on her own for the time being.
Yeah, I should be okay. It's gonna take me a while to get back to my regular self, I think, and I may have to, spend a little bit more time soaking up some of the sanguine forest energy through my root
Yeah.
chakra. But
Is there
I'll be good.
anything we can provide you that we may have with us currently?
No, this is natural magics. I don't think you guys dabble in that.
But we do dabble in love, and we're giving it all to you because we can't help you. I'm sorry.
Thank you. That means a lot. Love is actually the purest form of natural magic.
It's pretty great.
Yeah, it's actually all you need. A beetle told me that.
Oh,
Was his name George?
Yeah.
I happen to have met that beetle before.
so Centralia
So-
then? And then we go back and look at the troll stuff, or what do we want to do after that?
How long have we been away from Ava Shores at this point? What time of the day is it? 'Cause we left in the
At this
morning, yeah.
point, it's been 8, 9 hours. So it's like, I don't know, 3 p.m.
We left in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's mid-afternoon. Do we want to make a camp here for the night? I mean, no, we still got some time left in the
Only
day. We could
three.
get
Yeah,
back.
we
We
can
could probably
get
easily
back
get
to
back
the
to the
Yeah,
wagon.
no.
Let's get back to the wagon.
Yeah, we get back to the wagon, and we
Plus,
just.
I mean,
I
we
think
could
we
just
travel
ride
through
all
the
night too. I mean,
Yeah.
we'll switch off on driving. Driving the horses at night isn't dangerous.
You got to
No.
turn on your high
Plenty of
beams.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, we could.
The high
Yeah,
nays.
we'll just feed them some carrots and they'll get
Do
better
we-
eyesight.
Do we have enough space in the wagon for people to sleep in the wagon when we do that, though?
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I'm 3'5", so.
You also have Angramar that you can ride and sleep on.
Angmar's actually slower.
Angramar's riding in the wagon too.
He's got a smooth belly. Could you just
He's
not
on the bottom
tie
of
him
it.
and let him slide
Yeah.
as long as
Yeah,
it's all
just let him
sloppy
in the
wet?
mud.
I mean, it's muddy, so it's not like it's gonna hurt him.
No,
He just slides along in
we
the mud.
tie him to the bottom, and then his tail acts as a rudder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's also muddy out, so the road could just be like a slip and slide because it's not paved. So this is like Angramar is actually faster in the mud because he just sort of like luges, you know?
Just
That is a
sliding
disturbing and terrifying sight. Look,
like a bobsled
Yeah.
with teeth.
Like a
that's it.
bobsled
Get rid of
with teeth.
Sharknado. No more Sharknado. We're gonna make mud alligator,
Yeah.
and it's just gonna be
Love that.
alligators.
So
All right, let's go.
All right, so we
All
bid our farewells.
she wishes you all luck and sends you
Bring me
on your
back.
way. As you leave the compound, you do see she closes up the thing behind her, the fence, the gate of all the thorns and the vines and the stuff. So you know she's safe back there. Takes you again another 4 hours to get back to the wagon. You're leading the horses. By the time you do get back, it's starting to get pretty dark out. It's like not quite dusk, but it's about to be. As you guys are approaching, you hear Tara call from up above in a tree, and he's just like, "Hey guys, wagon's fine. No one even passed by the road."
Nice.
No.
Well done,
Good job,
Tara.
Tara.
Sounds really boring for you. Sorry about that.
It's cool.
You're gonna have Diastri's portion of the rations tonight for your good work.
Thank you.
He's
I
at the
have
now
all my
feeder.
rations on me. Just kidding now.
Are you going to steal rations from a little child, Diastri?
Are you gonna steal my rations and give them to a child when he has his own rations?
I bought ration. Okay.
Well, I took it upon myself to make us a little campsite. I hope that that's okay. And you look, and like, I don't know, another 10 feet further into the forest than the wagon, you see he's actually created like a Bear Grylls style, like lean-to, fully
Yeah.
protected from the rain. He's got like the actual like a moat kind of dug around the outside like perimeter so that the rainwater can't come in, and you know it's like kind of filters like into like this like little mini ditch, and then there's like a like drainage thing, and there's like a campfire that has been built but not lit on the inside with dry wood that he's foraged for.
Were you even watching
Damn,
the
Martha
wagon?
Stewart.
Yeah, I
Pack it up. We're leaving this.
Yeah, like, were you even watching the wagon? Are you sure people didn't go past?
I was watching.
Can I roll a
Yeah, insight check. You can.
Insight check on this.
Believe
13-year-old
him.
Fuck.
Yeah,
He's
15.
incredibly eager, and he wants you guys to be proud of him. He watched the wagon, he built this in the off chance that you guys wanted to use it. If you don't want to use it, he's like, whatever, that's fine. That's cool too.
He said, "Are you impugning on my apprentices on my on his honor?" I start taking off my glove.
You want to try it? No? I was simply questioning where he found the time to build a camp and watch the wagon and the
Gnomish
road.
knights are skilled in multitasking. Tara
he's a
has
squire.
already mastered that ability.
I don't believe you.
This is great, Terry. You did a good job. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over to Tara and just be like, "Hell, that's a hell of a shelter. Where'd you learn how to make that?"
I read
Is
it
the
in a
wagon
book.
actually still there?
Yeah, the wagon's there, perfectly
Okay.
fine, perfectly dry.
Done. Well,
Alright, let's load her up.
Do we want to?
Appreciate the effort, but let's hit the road.
Oh, no
Yeah,
Yeah, I
problem.
think we...
We're moving the sleep.
Because it's only... Well, it was early after... Was it early afternoon when we left Schlingleberries?
Yeah, it's like 3 o'clock.
Yeah, so
Oh,
by the
it's
time you
3
guys
o'clock.
get back,
Okay.
it's like 8 o'clock when you get to
At
Terra.
night.
You have another
Oh,
4
shit, okay.
hours to get to Centralia, so you can get there by tonight without having to make exhaustion checks.
Yeah, let's hit the road. I think we find an
Let's
inn at...
do it.
Yeah, there's an inn,
Centralia.
or we can camp out where we did last time as well. I mean, there's the little lake outside the town. That was a pretty nice camp
Yeah.
spot.
There's also-
Minus the murder.
There's
yeah.
something that I heard as well, and it may have influenced my decision about not going to the trolls too.
What's up?
With the dwarves, I was told some things are happening up there. Refugees are leaving and heading towards Isiralua and also towards Kindraga, and the Kindraga ones are disappearing.
Oh shit.
So, I
Yeah,
mean,
that's-
I personally would like to head up that way if we can.
Yeah, of course.
On my priority list, that's a bit higher than taking care of these trolls.
Yeah.
Fair. The things we
We
do
find
for our
out
own
that
people.
troll armies are starting to mass, and that Asaralor is now fighting with the trolls as well as the vampires.
Yeah. Two-front war.
They're not actually paying.
Well-
This region isn't actually paying us, so
I'm going to
That's
light up
exactly
a couple
right.
of lamps and hang them from the wagon so we have a little bit of light as they're traveling.
Okay.
Yeah, none of us in this party actually call like this place home, right? None of us are actually from here.
No.
No.
Tara does.
I'm
So-
from an island very far away.
I mean, Terra doesn't count.
I'd say he
Terra-
can.
Terra's a
Does
gnomish
it
knight now.
Count.
He's a gnome now. He calls it a gnome.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I agree with what Kenray is saying.
I mean, all of this land was home to my ancestors, if that matters.
We don't need that
Oh,
in this
God.
fucking wagon.
Elven
Okay.
superiority.
Bloody hell.
Jesus.
I mean, they, it's all right. They were just all, murdered and shoved off to some other land. No big deal.
Sounds like a
Yeah,
them
look,
problem, to be honest.
It happened to all of us.
It's awful.
It's true.
Yeah, none of us are any of us human. No.
I'm human.
Sometimes
you're
it's hard
an
to forget
honorary-
your fox.
You're an honorary furbolg, right?
Yeah, you don't count.
So you weren't even raised as a human.
I guess not, but I still am technically human.
Look at
I
you,
guess.
unshaven,
God,
ungroomed.
so vanilla.
Insult my beard. How dare you? You just get jealous that it's almost better than yours.
I'm saying it's mighty. Is what I'm
Ooh,
trying to say.
challenging a dwarf with his beard. You are a brave human.
Rainier
Um,
pipes up and convincingly says, "I'm also human. What are you talking about?"
convincingly. Oh, okay,
Everyone
that's
roll
what you mean.
deception
Okay.
insight check. I'm rolling insight check on Rainier now.
Actually, I probably would too because I've got my doubts. Do I
Austihr with his-
believe him?
Yeah.
Can you roll a deception check for Rainier?
see that
Do I
deception
believe
check.
him?
Oh,
No,
Well, that
you
was
got
the
a
asterisk.
plus.
that was the asterisk.
Yeah,
but
Yeah.
oh.
We look at wizards and say, "We learned it from watching you."
Yeah.
Oh, ooh, shots
Thanks
fired.
for teaching us.
Shots
Shots
fired.
fired.
Reggie.
No, that's not open. That's not open gaming. You can't use that.
Yeah, that's not a part of the 5.1 SRD, dude.
Oh my gosh. All right. Anyways, we're back. So hopefully it doesn't crash again. I don't know what's going on.
Do you think? I mean, have your other streams been going fine?
Everything. The only thing that breaks is D&D.
Maybe because of Discord being open.
I'm
Like
blaming
video
Wizards
chatting?
of the Coast.
Me too.
Okay.
I'd start fucking billing them.
Yeah, I should. I should.
But
This is a planned
I think-
DDoS.
Can
Are we going to customs, guys? Before we get in there?
Whoa, easy with the.
Yeah.
Custom sim.
Can someone roll an attack? I just want to make sure that it's coming up correctly since everything's broken and I spend so much time setting up the stream. Thank you.
Do you want to point out were we still live for Baca? So that entire time we're just fucking around.
Mhm.
Oy vey.
Perfect.
Okay.
So
Well,
guys, if we crash, just go to Baca.
Yeah.
it's terrible.
Yeah, so do we want to go through customs? Or are we just gonna head straight to the inn?
Is customs even
Yes.
open this late? It's like middle of the night.
I would assume it's a
Probably, if they're
24-hour
customs,
gig.
yeah.
Surely not. Like, surely they don't just
All the
close.
criminals just come at
Yeah.
11:01.
I mean,
it's
they-
like customs is closed.
Time to get on in.
Time to smuggle in some stuff.
Are we staying in the town, or are we gonna because
Camp out
we,
again?
we can camp out?
Well, we don't
I
have
mean,
like
would like
just
some
monstrous
creature
amount of
comforts.
gold.
I would
Anymore,
like
so
some.
we-
Imagine a real bath, you guys, and not just us pouring barrels of water on one another.
I hope we're not wasting the water.
wait,
on-
we were doing that.
I enjoyed our bath times though, Ignis.
You know, that's because we can fit inside the barrels. The others.
Oh
can't.
yeah. I think you're severely like like overestimating how small I am. I'm like 5 foot tall.
Yeah, and you fit perfectly in the bottle that was labeled Arthur drinking water.
You know.
That being said, customs is open. There is a light
decent
on
bath
in
water
the
now.
customs area. However, the streets are empty. It is like midnight. It's still raining. It's cold. It's damp. You have your wagon. You know, at the Keystone Inn, there's a spot to park your horses. That's the inn that you guys went to before.
We'll just see whether or not.
So where are we going?
stables
Look, we
can
don't have
go
a
to the
lot of-
inn?
We
Can
just
we
want to
go
go
to the inn?
straight to the
Can we
inn.
just go?
Mhm.
It's raining. I'm miserable. This sucks. We've been on the road.
mean,
I want to go to
I'm-
bed.
Look, you don't have to attack me, Vanna.
I'm not. I'm just sorry.
cranky.
After midnight, I'm just a whole different,
It's a whole different sailor after
I
midnight.
hope we've, I
Do not
hope we've
feed
already
her.
eaten. Yeah,
Do
I
not
hope we've
feed
already
her.
eaten.
Careful,
Someone
she's
get her a
gonna
carrot.
Foul.
So, if we go straight to the inn, are we gonna face any repercussions from customs for not going to them first, or like, that's kind of why I stayed outside last time because I didn't want to
Yeah.
have to deal with that shit.
I don't actually know how it works. We kind of went through customs, but didn't go through customs. We just talked to the guy and fucking left.
You paid him 10% of what your stuff was worth.
We
Oh.
didn't have anything.
Yeah, so instead he took a 10 gold per person thing. Fee.
Yeah, now we have a whole ass wagon full of stuff.
You know,
Can we sneak it in?
Outside.
we're not selling anything.
Yeah.
If we do have a problem, we can just say, "Oh, we checked in customs." I mean, it's only been what
We-
24 hours since we.
Yeah.
last
Do we have like a
Yeah.
wristband or
that's true.
something to be like?
Do they even know they
Fast
left?
The
We
no
got
re-entry.
stamped, didn't we? Yeah, didn't we get stamped?
I've still got my
Yeah,
arm.
you
I
got.
think let's just go to the end.
You're
All right,
good.
let's just go.
Yeah, let's go to the
I'm
inn
good
then.
for that.
Okay, you guys.
I mean, we already know how good town guards are around here. They're not going to prove much trouble for us.
They
Um,
did get like a piece of paper, like a receipt or something that they went through customs.
We'll
or
just
something.
we'll throw Diastri at him, and he can just tell them about how this is originally his people's land.
Ooh.
I was
Yeah.
going a completely different direction with that because if you guys have like something that was written on
Oh
paper,
no, we got these neon
Yeah,
wristbands.
we got stamped.
then
There's
Yeah.
like 3 of us.
I can
Over
probably
21.
replicate that for the
Yeah.
rest
Yeah.
of us that didn't have that, like myself and Rainier. That
Can I
were
just
in
hide?
town or didn't go.
Are you
through
gonna
customs.
draw like what's that? Like hiragana? Is it called? What are those like tattoo things? No, never
henna?
mind, that's a Hana. Yeah, Hana. Yeah,
Did you
yeah,
say
you're gonna like
Hannah?
Hana tattoo.
Sure. I mean,
Oh, henna.
I take
Hana.
back
Henna.
my
Henna?
earlier statement about him not having an Australian
Hannah
accent.
Montana.
It's right there.
Hannah Montana. Hannah
Who
Montana
has
tattoo.
to both worlds?
Love it.
All right, we go to the end.
okay.
The end.
The inn is relatively quiet. You do see that there's still the bartender. The group of drunk dudes that was having a bachelor party is no longer there.
I wanna hope so.
You do see one of the Dragonborns is sitting at the bar talking to the bartender. And you also see a pair of Owlin that are also sitting at the bar, but they are currently the only people in the inn.
I would kind of want to walk up to the Dragonborn just to see if there's any update on what's going on.
Is
Okay.
that Alan still bothering that person?
No, this is actually a different Owlin.
A different Alan.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is like a it looks like a couple.
Oh, okay, yep.
And they're just quietly just eating dinner at this bar.
Just a couple of owling.
When you approach the Dragonborn Canneray, you realize that this is Shulad, the one that you had met previously. And, you know, he just sort of, you know, kind of looks over at you at the party. You guys are all soaked and
Miserable.
miserable.
Miserable, as always.
So you guys
Well,
are
I-
back in town.
Yeah, we had a
Boys are back in
quick
town.
quick
boys
little
are
trip down south. We're back in town. Is there any updates on your end with what was her name?
Her name is
Tarjakin?
Tarjakin. Yep.
Tarjakin, yeah.
Well, no, we haven't had any updates. We've actually been going around the town asking about her last known, you know, where she likes to hang out, and if she had any friends, connections, contacts. So far, we haven't been turning up too much. Sildrioth maybe thinks that she's gone into giant territory, but we're not really sure about that.
Didn't they assure you guys that she was in the academy?
We think that if Tarjakin was in the academy and knew that we were here in town, she would come see us at the very least.
How would she know that you're in town?
We've asked them to tell her, knock on her door. They won't let us in, but again, I mean, we've sent letters and we haven't heard anything. She knows how far we've traveled. She wouldn't just leave us sitting at this, you know, tavern.
Yes, but you've been sending letters. You think she wouldn't have sent one back saying that she was leaving?
We haven't heard anything since. Her letters just stopped.
What was the last thing that she told you?
She had told us that she was going to meet with someone concerning evolution and the dragon eggs. And so she's been studying why when dragons are born, they're not hatching as dragons and that the egg is actually hatching as dragonborn. She believes that there's something that has to do with the ley lines and the cataclysm. So she's just been conducting research. That's basically all we know, but she was talking to some people about some sort of different maybe magic items, magic remedies.
Did anything about what she's sent you or talked to you about before seem suspicious or dangerous, or did she feel like she was in danger?
No, she was talking to a lot of different people. I know that she had met a few people that, you know, were big fans of, you know, dragons and dragonborn society. She had met a couple friends that she was trying to see if maybe they would travel with her one day to the Mazandrath Isles, but that was last we heard.
And how long ago did you say the letters stopped?
They stopped about a month ago. We gave it a couple weeks and then we came here ourselves.
So you've been here for a couple weeks?
Yeah, about a week.
About a week. And the academy just stands by. She's in her room for a week.
Studying.
She would not leave us here for a week and we know this.
That's not like a dragonborn.
No.
If she knew that you guys were here.
Yeah.
There's still a chance she's in the academy, but being like
Held against
under
her will.
lockdown. Yeah, for some reason.
Could be. Since we've been here, we've heard a few very strange things about the academy. There was a
Well-
couple of women here before that they weren't going to let this Alan girl study with them. She wanted to work on some sort of research project. I didn't really catch the whole thing. The girl was, and he kind of like lowers his voice because the other Allens are sitting at the bar. Kind of annoying, to be honest, but there just seems to be some weird things happening at this academy.
I don't know. We just had like, so our gnome and our satyr literally just walked into the academy the other day.
Into the residences?
Oh,
No. just
I
the
don't think
lawyer's
the
office.
residents,
No,
but
just the library.
they just
Wait, what is
walked in.
office?
We weren't stopped or anything.
Yeah, I can like. They might be able to just do it again, you know, and we might be able to find some information out for you guys.
Well,
The key is
Tarjik,
If we just-
confidence.
If we get lost on accident purpose, we
Right.
might be able to.
well, at this point, we've raised a really big commotion at the academy.
That's what I mean.
I'm sure that they would know us. They can spot our faces, but you guys might be a bit of a different story. If you guys want to try to head in there, she
Well, our friend's looking for leads, and we're happy to help. Is there a token or something that you could give us that would like verify that we're like being sent from you guys?
you can tell her that Narthadoc is here, waiting for her. She'll know what that means.
Well, I'm just worried that, like, you know, if there is anything shady going on, she knows that you're here. Like, what the like, for example, if they're trying to get information out of her, is she gonna know that we're not just being sent to try and like pretend?
You
Can
can
we
tell.
have one of your scales?
What?
Scales don't just come off our body. That's not how dragonborns work.
I have to shed, and that only happens a couple times a year, and it's a whole process. It's called molting. I don't know if you've ever met any creature that has scales, but it's really uncomfortable and kind of gross. We do that in the privacy of our own homes. That's
Sorry, I travel with an alligator. He just does it whenever he feels like it.
yeah. Well, we have a little bit more class and distinction, but what I can give you is Sildriath's symbol, and he gives you a small ring off of his finger, and it has in Draconic a couple sigils and runes on it. She'll know who this belongs to.
That's what I was looking for.
Thank you.
But you have
Something
to
like
give it
that.
back, though.
Well, I'm gonna give it to her,
Okay.
most likely.
If you don't,
In fact,
I want it back myself.
okay.
I won it at the casino out of one of those little machines.
Ah.
Oh God.
Does
Is
this
it the
thing look like it's
casino
worth
down by
any
the
money?
river?
Yeah.
Ah, I love that place.
Yeah.
Is this thing
I
worth
made a
any
fortune
money? Is
there.
it?
I
It's
mean,
probably worth like 2 copper
I
out
spent
of like one of those fucking Gasha machines.
yeah, I spent a lot of my own personal gold to get it, but it was a fun night. It's more sentimental than anything, but
Sometimes,
Like-
sometimes the riches you make with memories are more than the riches you have in your pocket.
yeah, the real riches were the friends we made along the way.
The rings you won along the way.
Mhm.
All right.
It's a real piece
I'll try
of
and give you
shit
back
ring.
this
It's
thing.
made out of like
Yeah.
bronze and
Yeah, as soon as it touches your skin, it turns it green.
yeah.
Oh, it's a mood ring.
Yeah.
I'll be sure to get it back to you, or your friend will.
Thank you. The bartender, he offers you guys some drinks, some food. His
Some
name
rooms.
is Gavin. Yeah, the rooms here are. He has a shared bunk room that has enough beds for everyone, and that would be 4 gold for the night.
Ran it on your tab.
Right here.
I'll cover it. Just 4 gold straight up.
Yep, just
I
4
cover
gold
that.
straight up.
Yeah, I'll just hand
A
him over
person?
4 gold.
Or
No, total, just for the room.
Yeah, easy. I'll cover that. You guys got me next time though, right?
Of course.
of
Sure.
course.
Okay.
I don't trust you for a second, Ignis.
I'll cover you next time.
Never twist the known.
All right. So do we hunker down for the night and sort this out in the morning?
Yes.
That's the plan.
Okay. You
My tail is
guys
aching.
are able to sleep. You're in a room that has several different bunks, so there's enough space for everyone. There's even a bed for Tara, there's a bed for Angramar, there's a bed for Leon. The horses and the wagon you guys can park in the little stable out back of the Keystone Inn. There's like a little kind of, thatched roof covered area. You can kind of get the horses, in.
Do we have to pay extra for parking?
No. No, but there is like a trough and there's some water and some hay there for them, just kind of included in the stay. When you guys wake up in the
Wow.
morning, it's still damp and cold, but the rain has stopped. You wake up a little bit later than normal. You're not waking up at like the butt crack of dawn because you guys went to bed so late. So it's probably like 9, 10 a.m. You hear it's a little busy out in the tavern right now, getting ready for the day, making breakfast, things like that. When you guys come out from your room, you do see that they're serving just a small continental breakfast. Got some hard-boiled eggs, got like, a couple fish.
Are there any meat pies?
There are no meat pies, no. There's like
For
fish
breakfast?
and eggs. Yeah, fish
Yeah.
and eggs.
That's a lunch food.
Brian, well, we
I guess it depends on
Slept
where.
in.
Oh, wait, yeah, no, you did say we slept in. Yeah, no.
What about
I'm
cinnamon
pretty
buns?
disappointed there's no
Oh,
meat
cinnamon
meat
buns.
pies there.
There's no cinnamon buns, but they do have some loaves of bread, fresh baked. It's sourdough, though.
Yeah, so did you want to wake up a little early and make that counterfeit shit for us? 'Cause you
Yeah,
have
that's why I was
24
asking if it
hours?
was like paper, what it was based off of. And yeah, so if it is documentation as far as customs, then yeah, I'd want to forge some stuff for the rest of the group.
Okay, so you're just going to use your slip of paper that you got from when you went to customs to sort of forge a secondary.
No, yeah, when we went to customs, yeah.
Yeah, actually, there were
Mm-hmm.
only
Three
three
of
people
us,
went to
three
customs,
of us,
right?
yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your forgery kit with dexterity.
Come on, Destry, you got
How
this.
do I forgot. I always forget how to. Okay, I click on it first. There we go.
Yep, click on it, and then for the skill, choose dex.
Oh, hell yeah.
It is
Nice.
actually more official looking than the first one, because the first one, the guy was like scribbling, just like doctor's handwriting, like, yeah, get him in, get him out of here. This is like really, I mean, you could show this to any customs agent in the world and they would be like, wow, that is a nice customs report. Good job, bro.
This shit belongs in the custom report hall of
Oh,
fame.
Yeah.
that is
Uh-uh.
hot.
Well, just in case, if they ask us, have you got our, do we have to, document what we were bringing into the town and stuff when we entered first?
No, you just, it was documentation that you're not merchants, you're not selling anything, and that you've paid like kind of like an entrance fee.
Yeah, okay, sweet. Yeah, sweet.
They didn't do like an inventory or anything. They just
Yeah, I mean, they just kind of gave you a once-over. They saw that you weren't, like, sporting, like, crazy amounts of stuff.
We
so-
smuggled in all our skooma. And now we're putting it on the
Can we-
market.
Can we enter Diastri into like the employee of the month contest for the customs where he has to do like that competition where he
Oh,
like
no.
bags and scans all the custom items and like has to run to catch the little old lady trying to bypass it.
And this isn't
Customer is-
retail.
I'm a forger, not a teller.
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah.
Don't you want the little trophy?
The real trophy
Yes,
was
but
the
no.
taxes we paid along the way.
It's made out of
forgot
gold,
those.
and maybe.
All
Folks from
right.
the American government.
Mhm.
So,
I would like
does anybody
to,
have any plans or ideas how we're going to get into this? Sorry, Ignis. How we're going to get into this academy?
Walk in. Just walk in.
I could
I-
ask about my runic stuff and see what they know. They'll give me an in, I guess.
Do
I
we
got some
also want to
questions I
warn
could
like the
ask as well.
town about the potential?
The problem is we need to get to the residents' quarters. Did we ask the Dragonborn where they staying? If they had a room number or something?
Oh.
You didn't, but
We didn't. Yeah, but that I was asking. That was
Ye-
directed at the party.
they're
Should we?
eating breakfast.
Oh,
Go
they
there
are.
and
Go
ask.
door to door.
Door to door.
Yeah.
Every
No,
residence.
we can,
That'll make things quick.
We can definitely get that info.
We could get that also. We could also try and find, a passing student or students maybe outside, and they'd probably be a little bit more
Steal
could
their
be a little bit
uniform.
more open to answering questions about what's going on inside.
I could also just
Potentially.
walk in and charm person if someone questions me.
And
Yeah, what are you gonna do if that fails though?
Run.
I'm a gnomish knight.
Would mean a lot to me.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That's all he's got. I'm a gnomish knight.
I could
That's all I
suggest
need,
they
baby.
let us in
Yeah.
very suggestively.
Well, I am pretty influential. I am a nobleman. Technically.
Could I just use
Just
like
saying.
mage hand and like push them out of the way, like just like scoot them?
Mage hand
No.
only does.
But look,
up to
we're
5
not
pounds.
that.
No.
small.
We
It's
don't
visible
need.
as
We
well.
don't need you guys. Just move along with mage hand.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
The Austihr would
thought
look
you
over
would-
at Rainier and just kind of whisper to him, like, "Don't you have a spell or something? Like, I remember you turned into that guard. Like, this is disguise. Could you do something like that? I mean, I also can do a disguise. Maybe we could work together, figure out how we could maybe disguise ourselves to get inside." And Rainier would respond, "Yeah, I could probably muster something up." Only lasts for a few hours, though.
What if we just try to like walk in as students?
Or do we don't have a
Does
uniform
Ignis look like a student?
or student IDs?
I mean,
The
he looks
closest-
maybe for elementary school, but this is a college.
Closest person, I guess, looked closest to a student would be me, I guess. So.
Oh,
There's
perfect.
more than just humans at the academy. You've seen
Yeah, there's a
gnomes, you've seen
dragonborn.
dragonborn, you've seen
Yeah.
owlins, you've seen halflings. There was a tiefling when you guys went to the library that was studying. Like, this is a place where lots of different species from all over is, you know,
Do they wear cloaks? Like
they all wear
as
just
part of the.
whatever clothes they want. Some of them have robes, some of them are wearing, you
Oh,
know,
so they're not
tunic and
wearing like
pants.
a. There's no
there's
uniform.
no uniform.
There's
Like I
no-
said, this is not Harry
What?
Potter land. This is like you know, a bunch
I
of
mean, most
It's like
I
adults.
forget
Berkeley.
that
This
like
is
in
Harry
America,
Potter
you
took place in
guys-
America.
Your schools don't have uniforms. Over
Your
there.
college has uniforms? Your
I
universities
mean, not college.
have uniforms?
Sorry, but like, yeah, I don't know. I was just magic
Like a
university.
private school. You thought it was like a private school?
Yeah, like a private school.
No.
No.
I did technically go to a college of fashion majors and stuff like that, so I saw some really weird uniforms. Well, I was in
I
college.
think the
there
name
was some
Academy
strange
might
shit.
throw us off. It's
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's
know.
college age. It's like adults, young adults who are trying to get into some sort of scholarly pursuit, academia pursuit. They're not children. It's not like a private school. There's people from all
And
over
how
the
do they
world.
know that we're not a part of the guys? We could just
We
walk
don't-
straight
we
in.
can just walk in.
We just
Let's
find
just
a
walk
room
in.
You
number
did
and we
walk
just
right
walk
into
straight
the
in.
library.
Yes.
Guys, why didn't
We
you guys
just-
just walk straight in?
Guys,
I've
case
talked myself
closed.
into
Let's
more
walk in.
difficult places. I can tell you that much.
I
don't know
start walking to the university.
Yeah, let's go. We
Hang
don't
on.
even need a plan,
We
dude.
need
This
to
is
know
easy.
what room
Oh
it
yeah,
is.
let's go. Yeah,
So
go
what-
find out what room it is.
Yeah.
Fuck the room number. Let's
I
just
also
go.
want to point out, I don't know how comfortable people are going to be with us walking in with weapons.
Oh, no weapons.
Why are your weapons out? Put your weapons away.
Well, mine's
Yeah.
so big, like I can't really just like,
It's like
put it in my
weapon.
pocket.
where do I
Yeah.
put Ishrun's call?
Yeah.
I think it'll be
Yeah, I'm
more
just-
uncomfortable if we try and hide the weapons and we just start walking around with like a third foot.
Yeah, I've just got my war pick and my shield under my cloak.
Yeah.
Just-
Easy. It's called fashion.
It's called.
I
Both
start
of my
walking
shields
towards the academy.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
Me too.
First.
Oh yeah,
I'm
fuck, I
gonna-
keep forgetting to ask for the room. We're going to
I mean-
Dragonborn.
Just
Wait,
think about it for a
yeah,
second.
approach the
There
Dragonborn.
are 2 Dragonborn already here that have tried to gain entry and they've been denied and have not been able
3
to get in.
Dragonborn.
Three Dragonborn.
You know what? I think they went about it wrong.
Yeah.
They didn't just walk in and
There's something to
they
be
were
said for
asking
that.
questions.
They
you know.
started asking questions.
Yeah,
where
and
they're
then
wrong.
that's when the academy got defensive, and the academy was like, "Well, we don't actually want you looking around because you're looking for something. We're not looking for anything, man.
Act
Just
like
this
you
room
belong.
number. So we need to find out the room number."
We're gonna
And we're
walk
gonna
in
ask.
and Ghibly's gonna just go, "You solved my walking puzzle."
If you
Congratulations.
are asking the Dragonborn, they're having breakfast and they're just chomping down some hard-boiled eggs, you know. as
Oh, we love hard-boiled
dragonborns
eggs.
do.
Me too, actually.
Yeah.
I'm walking and talking.
Is that a
And-
form
eating
of
eggs.
cannibalism?
No,
No.
they're chicken eggs.
They're not dragonborn eggs.
Dude,
Well, I mean, eggs are eggs, right?
No, they're not.
No Dragonborn
What?
eggs. Ah.
so
They're
as
their ancestors.
you ask about the room, they tell you we don't know room numbers or anything like that, but she did tell us that as a representative from the Mizandroth Isles, that she had a nicer room. She had a private room. She was by herself, not in a dorm style situation. She had a balcony. I know that there were plants on it. She was overlooking a courtyard. She had mentioned that in her letters. Some, that's all we have, but there are 2 residence kind of towers on either side of the academy itself. So either one of those. We know she was a few stories up because she had mentioned one time she had dropped a quill off of her balcony and she had to
When
run
you say a
downstairs to
few
get
stories,
it.
you mean like 3, or do
I
you
don't know.
know
She just
exactly
said
how
a
many?
few stories.
God damn
She
it.
said she dropped her quill and she had to run down the stairs to go get it. So
So we look.
Usually the
for a-
princess
Not in the
is in
basement.
the highest room in the tallest tower. So you find the biggest one.
Good news is she's a dragonborn, so she's probably not being protected by a dragon.
Well, if anything, a dragon would be more likely to protect a dragonborn.
All
So
right.
we're just looking for a room that has a balcony and there's
Yeah.
plants on it, and it's overlooking
Now-
the courtyard.
Look in
Yep.
the courtyard,
And-
fancy and private, few stories up.
Oh, geez, that really narrows it down, guys.
We walked in and there's only one room with a balcony.
Yeah, one room with a balcony with plants on it.
And are
Yeah.
the entire 8 of us just gonna walk all of us in?
I
along
was
with-
gonna posit if we try and scatter it a little bit. That way, if one of us gets caught, the others might make
Well, we
it
got-
through.
We have 2 towers we need to check out.
Yeah.
So we can split the party. That always goes
I am
well.
going to recommend Vanna, if you and I want to go together, we've
No.
already been seen together.
What? I think that's a great idea.
We've already been seen
We-
together inside.
Yeah, they know.
Yeah,
They already
look,
know.
as much
You-
as I don't want
Do
to
you
say,
remember the name of the
it
person
has to be.
the student we worked with?
Do I remember the name?
Yeah, what was her name?
Write it down.
Hmm.
Can I make a history check to see if I remember her name?
sure.
We have.
Oh yeah, he fucking remembers.
So the librarian's name was.
I love that D&D doesn't let my Alzheimer's get the best of me. Thank God.
Her name was Gloria.
Oh, nice.
What about the apprentice?
Did you get the apprentice's name?
I believe we did.
I thought the.
She was like, "Oh
librarian
yeah,
It was,
us.
wasn't it Bartholomew?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think it was
Yeah.
Bartholomew because
And you were like, that's like my last name.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what was her name again?
Gloria.
Bartholomew. Gloria.
Well, what teams do we want if we're gonna split up?
Ooh,
Team three,
teams,
team two.
teams.
we need smooth talkers in every group.
I'm a
Easy.
very smooth talker.
I'm a pretty smooth talker.
Everyone's.
I'm a talker.
I'm more of an observer.
I have social anxiety. I'm not talking.
Yeah.
So he's son and
Oh, my buddy
Arthur,
here, Rainier.
Ray, and Diastri, and Van and me.
Perfect.
And then
Where's Rainier gonna go?
he's
I think
gonna watch
Rainier and I'll
the
stick
horses
together.
and carts. Yeah, actually, he can go with them 3. Yeah, that's fine.
I'm gonna go to the bartender and get another night stay just in case Sotera and Angramar.
Just leave
I
our
don't know
weapons
what
in the room.
Yeah, I got my magic. I don't really need. The
Yeah,
weapon.
sure. Actually, yeah, I'm the same. Yeah, we're fine.
Should
Yeah.
we leave weapons behind? Is that what we're
I'm
doing?
comfortable with it, but I don't need my weapon really.
Well, yeah, like.
Yeah, I'm
do
gonna. I'm gonna take off whatever armor I have and just have like kind of commoner's clothes, no weapons, just kind of blended.
Okay.
I'm going to take out 4 gold pieces and look at Hisan and give them to the bartender.
Sure, you can have your room for another night.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Beautiful.
I
And
guess.
is Tara
Appreciate
staying
you,
at the inn?
Yeah, Ingramar and Tara will stay
Okay.
behind.
Are we,
I'll-
okay, well, let's try.
I'll
Okay,
I'll leave my swords and some double blade scimitar, but I'll keep my daggers on me.
Okay, are you gonna leave Leon there as well?
Well, he's considered small. Well,
Just tell them he's a service animal. They can't deny him entry.
That was dog.
I mean, I can just summon him technically.
What the dog doing?
Ugh.
Yeah, I'll leave my war pick, but I'm gonna bring my shield.
Yeah,
Still.
I guess I'll leave both my short swords behind and my main shield, and just have my other shield that's arty ornamentally placed on my shoulders, and I'll have a knife sort of at the back of my boot, so I can like.
If we look around, like at the bar, at the inn, is there like any students here? Like anybody
No.
that looks like a student?
Currently, you did see the first night you were here that there were 2 scholars that were sitting at a table. Right now you just see the Dragonborn.
Can I remember if they were like armed at all? Like were they packing anything?
No, they didn't appear to be. They were just wearing
Okay.
like one was wearing robes, you know, like kind of a thicker cloak, and the other one was just wearing like very frumpy, kind of comfy, you know, clothes.
Fair.
Hmm.
They were
Well-
also in an inn, so
I will have a concealed dagger on me.
Okay.
And that's it.
Yeah, I also have a
You-
concealed dagger on me.
Also, the only other people that are currently here are 2 half orcs that are sitting at a table very quietly talking to each other.
Half-orcs.
Hmm.
Curious.
all right. So we want to head in,
Head out, head in.
Okay.
head off to the academy.
So,
We should keep an eye out while we're
Oh.
on our way if there's any students outside that we
Also,
could
make sure the stuff's hidden in our rooms, so no one just
maybe get
looks
some
at them.
information.
so when you guys are looking at the academy, I will take us there. Maybe. So you see how on this side there's kind of like a circular tower, and then on this side there's like a circular tower.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
These are the 2 residences. What you can see is that only the top 2 floors of each tower seem to have balconies. And if you're looking
Oh.
for the
Hold on.
courtyard, it's on the back side. It's on the north side of the building.
So it narrows it down, actually.
It does. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So does only one balcony overlook the courtyard, or no? They both do.
Yeah, how many
Mm.
balconies do we see that?
No, so there's probably like 8 balconies for each floor that overlook the courtyard from each
And do
tower.
all of them have plants on them?
Some of
Can
them
we
do,
say?
some of them don't.
Okay. Well, it narrows
I
it
can't
down
imagine
further.
she's on the top. Well, I don't know. How does do the lower students get the top floor because then they have to carry all their stuff up and down the stairs?
Or is it
do,
like
do they
penthouse
have-
where the
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about the views.
Can I make a knowledge check on that?
Yeah,
imagine they're
but I don't
absolutely
think you could ask someone that question. Because you're not just gonna know that inherently. Like you're not gonna pull that information out of your ass.
Yeah, gnomish academies go downward, not upward, so it's very different for us gnomes.
Same with Dwarven academies.
Yeah. Doesn't make sense to go higher because, like, you know, the students that are, you know, at you know, just starting out have more stress, so you don't want them at the top just because.
In Dragonborn Academy, you put them at the top to put you closer to the dragon.
More exercise equals less stress.
I don't know, Diastri, what college did you study at?
It was the college of my uncle.
That sounds depressing.
Hey, he's probably
That does
smarter than
not
most of the
sound
people here,
accredited.
honestly.
That sounds as accreditable as like Trump College.
He's like the cool uncle, like, hey kid, crack a beer. Let me tell you about life, all
I
right?
just picture the uncle from Napoleon Dynamite.
Uncle
Has
Rico.
anyone else,
A big
has Diastri tried to get
quarter
anyone else to buy his
mile.
uncle's trading cards? He keeps telling me about his uncle's trading cards.
Hey,
Oh,
watch
no.
this. That explains
clear up
Diastri's
those
aim with a
mountains.
bow.
And he keeps bringing up that they're like fudgeable or something. Like, what's up
And
with him and
Diastri at
fudge?
this point is getting visibly pissed. At this. Like he's ready to stab you right in the throat, basically.
Oh, like he
All
left his
right,
knives.
and that's my
Oh,
cue
he's
to
left-
walk
That's
away.
family. That's family.
Let's,
Me and Vanna start walking away, running.
Yeah.
I guess.
So are we
run
taking
away.
how are we splitting this up? Are we just gonna like go to each floor and just take different rooms, or
How bad? How big?
Well, I think if we run into some students outside, that we could probably at least narrow it down quite a lot if we just ask some general questions about.
Yeah, do you know where Dragonborn is currently residing?
look?
Yeah, we have a name. We have
That's a.
description.
These
it's
are
pretty
easy
straightforward.
questions, but I'm guessing these other Dragonborn also asked those questions, and that may have been what got them blacklisted.
Well,
Fair.
they asked the academy these questions. They didn't ask a random student just in general. It's not like we're going to go up to a student and be like, "Hey, where does this person live?" We can ask without
Yeah.
asking.
You could be right.
Well, some of us
return
do
a
that, the rest
pencil.
of us can. Vanna, how would
Return
you
a
like for
pencil.
us to do it?
Yeah.
Would you
I
like
think
to
we should
ask
just ask
someone?
a student. Yeah.
Just
Alright.
ask a student. All
Okay,
right.
so what are the
Let's
teams?
all split up and ask different students.
Yeah.
We.
So
Yeah,
I think
sure.
it was Rainier, Diastri, Canare together, me and Arthur,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
then Vanna and Ignis.
I'm gonna have one person from each team roll an investigation check.
Who's
You.
you and me?
You, Arthur.
Me.
Who's the
Oh,
team
Yeah,
lead?
go ahead.
I got a 1.
I mean, obviously
two.
you're the team lead, but
Oh.
I'm good with investigation.
Oh, hold on. Let me see. Okay.
I mean, you can
Yeah.
also help me, which will get me advantage. Just saying.
Oh, yeah. That's fine. I can help.
Thank God I needed it.
Okay.
Phew.
Arthur, you walk up to a random student. They're outside. They're sitting on a bench. They've got a book in their hands. They're drinking some sort of hot beverage, tea or coffee. They're reading a book. You approach them. They tell you that, you know, they don't live on campus and that they actually live over kind of closer to the, you know, lake, and they don't really know about what it's like to live on the campus. They just, you know, commute from home.
God, commuters.
But have you ever
Worst
met
schmucks
a
ever.
Dragonborn? Have you ever seen one around the academy?
I've seen a few Dragonborns, but I never talked to one.
In the
Ignis-
academy?
No, I don't really talk to anybody.
Oh, okay.
Ignis, with your 23, you figure out that the more notable rooms are the top floor, and the generally the younger students will live in the East Tower, and that the older students will live in the West Tower. They sort of break it up by who's closer to like all the labs versus like the lecture halls and stuff. And Diastri, with your 24, you find that there are 3 Dragonborn that have studied in the academy within the last like 5 years. As far as Tarjakin goes, they're not sure which tower that Tarjakin lives in, but she was hanging out for a while with somebody by the name of Narthodak.
The name that we were told to say?
Yeah.
No, that's Narthodak, isn't it?
So Narthodak
Or
is the
is it-
guy who
Yeah.
was sent here to look for her.
Narthodak is someone else.
No, Narthodak, it's potato.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh. That's interesting. Do we want to come back together?
Hmm.
Do we get the
all
other
look at each other
Dragonborn's name?
across the
That's
commons, and we
Yeah,
all
I mean,
just
we
do, like,
would
that
have we
look?
would have obviously, if we were doing this where we were gonna, you know, seek out students before we entered, we would want to come back
Yeah.
together and, you know, see if anybody
Yeah.
found out anything, obviously. So I think
right.
that's
Recon back in the
We know
common
Ruta run back
lounge.
to each other in the comments. Start this new trend.
Mm-hmm.
You guys know
We
anything?
found
You
out
look like-
that she might be in the eastern tower, but on one of the top floors.
Oh yeah. Okay.
We found out that the kid we talked to lives in off
Yeah,
campus.
We didn't finish it.
So we're gonna go rob his house, is what I think.
No.
He seemed pretty poor.
Did he have any skooma?
I think he had a lot of ramen noodles.
Okay.
Oh god.
So we found out that Tarjakan had been hanging out with Narthodok.
Okay, so we just talked to.
Yeah.
What if they broke up?
Did we find out
Did X
like
love her?
when they
What if
saw
we're just
this
being
saw
used
them
by
hanging
the
out?
stalker?
Ghibli.
Yeah.
Wait, oh no.
I'm sorry, say that again, Astrid?
Ghibli. Did we find out from that student kind of when the general timeline of when they saw them hanging out? Like, was it a day ago? Was it 3 weeks ago?
That would have been several months ago.
Oh, so like the same time that he stopped hearing from her.
It was a month ago
I
that
think
they
we
stopped
might have a
hearing from
stalking
them.
student on our hands.
Well, why don't we go talk with the school and see what's up? Maybe they're.
No, wait, that's how the other.
But
I think
okay.
that's a stone wall. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
we'll run into. I mean, we could maybe break
Yeah,
down
but
the wall,
I think what Vanna is trying to say is maybe Narthodak and these other Dragonborn are like harassing Tarjakan.
Yeah. What if they're
And
like?
the school is protecting her from
Mhm.
them in particular.
Oh my god, guys, we're entering a college rom-com now.
Yeah.
Rom-coms era episode.
I'll grab the keg. We're having a kegger. End of semester.
Ghibli
kegger.
smiling, that's a surefire sign.
all right.
No,
Look.
I'm not smiling. I just think it's cute that you guys are gonna throw a kegger at the academy.
At the academy.
I'm just picturing
We're gonna-
like frat
gonna
boy
teach
Canneray,
these, you know-
like
Yeah,
"Keg
dude, we're
set,
gonna
keg set."
teach these mages how to have some fun.
Honestly, that's
Let's
not
go.
a bad idea. If we threw a big college party like on
Oh,
the
we'd be
outskirts
so
of town,
popular.
we could probably attract a whole bunch of people out. Not only would we potentially run into the people we're looking for, or more
The
questions
last
answered.
group of people that
But
got
it will-
really wasted.
How much experience does
continue.
throwing
We
the
could
kegger get
also
us?
remove a lot of the people from the academy to make it easier for other people to get inside. If everybody were like let's say we threw this big lake party
Yeah.
out by the lake where
Yeah.
Oh, out by that student's house.
yeah, right by where the guy got murdered. Like we could have it like it could be
No.
like a total like
You know, the
Murder
last time someone got
party.
drunk in this town, it was a great time. They only got turned into a deer and killed. Surely it wasn't just a coincidence.
well,
No,
it could
it's
be like
impressive when we
you know
get
we
stuff
could
done,
light
you
some
guys.
candles out there too.
I'm just gonna say I don't really want to go to the lake. I'm still really bummed about hot tub to me.
Mm.
I'm still not over it. I don't think I would go to the lake, but I will.
Evidence.
Kate, I'll keep an eye out on the kegs. Make sure no one's like.
Hey,
Steal that
JJ,
beer.
Yeah.
really quick. You mentioned that ring had draconic like runes on it. Did I happen to catch a glimpse of them? Like, could I?
Yeah.
I can show you.
What they meant.
Here you go.
So
Take the
the
ring.
rings, it has the black dragon's symbol. It's like kind of just the symbol that all black dragons and black dragonborn use. It
Familiar.
also has on the back of it, like underneath like the ring head, it has like the stamp of the Dragon Casino.
Okay. Nothing too.
No,
important there.
it's literally like a cheap souvenir from like a 25-cent
Fair
machine,
enough.
but it was one
Right.
at the casino, at the Dragon Casino. But it is an item that this person, Tarjakan, would recognize as belonging to.
I bet you Narthodak and
Yeah,
Tarjakan
Narthodak.
probably were on a date when he got that ring. And she's since left him. And now he's just being real stalkery.
Well,
This
if you
is-
find that out,
I-
you can just leave him alone.
I do want to say this is very un-Dragonborn if this is the case.
That's also a stretch, I would say. I mean, I don't know if somebody would go through because this is obviously going to expose them if we find Tarjakan and give them this amulet or ring or whatever it is. That,
Would any of
They're-
you
they're
like
gonna-
to roll a retroactive insight check to see if Narthadoc is a stalker?
Sure.
Is
Nope.
anyone
Yeah.
interested
Love
in
to.
doing
No.
this? Because
I would love.
We're going down a
I'm
path
thinking
that-
back.
you know, it's getting a
No.
little creepy here, and that's
That's what's happened.
We're
Vanna-
just super average on our
yeah. Vanna, you're the only one. You just get the general vibe. Narthadoc loves Tarjakin. He misses her. But this is not like some creepy, stalkery serial killer vibe. This is like actual
Thank gosh.
concern and love. I
Yeah.
just don't want you guys going down this stalker vibe. I don't.
They
Okay.
always feel that way.
I hate railroading the party, but we don't want to go there. We don't want to go there right now. That's
No.
that
Okay.
we're getting into like some real
Phew.
creepy shit.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
All right, so how do we?
I
How
think
do we
this is a
wanna-
good railroad. Yes.
How,
Well, I
do
mean,
we
the
wa-
ultimate goal is to get to at this point is to get to their dorm room and
Fake
see
it
if
till
they
you make
actually,
it.
are actually there. I mean, we gotta find out if they're there or not. Like, is the academy lying? That's beyond the point, really. At this point, we need to find out if they are in their room or not.
So, with that being said, it is 6 o'clock. Do you guys want to take a
Mhm.
quick 5-minute break to go pee and stuff, and then we'll come back and we can figure out how we're gonna go try to find Tarjakin's room?
I just peed
Yes.
my
Sounds
pants,
good.
so I'm all good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, me too.
Right on. Give
Okay.
us 2 minutes, guys, and we will BRB.
I think we shouldn't send everyone in. I think we should keep some of us clear in the eyes of the establishment. If
mean,
it
he's
turns out
probably
to be a
sleeping.
bad idea.
We
Yeah.
are back. So yeah, you guys know about the 2 towers, Return of the King. And you can either split the party or go check them out together, whatever you guys want to do, however you guys want to approach.
So we know that they're most likely in the East Tower.
Was the East
Yeah.
one for the older people or the younger people?
I thought the
The
east one was for the younger.
west was younger, east was older.
Okay. So they're in the
And
west.
how do we know how long Tajkin's been at the academy?
3 years.
So
Oh,
they're
fuck, that's like
most-
the worst. Is that young or old?
Well, how long's
Is this a
the
doctorate
usual?
program or?
Yeah, like are they going for their masters or?
How old is Tajikin? Do we know? We didn't ask. I don't think. I imagine similar age to what? We don't even know how old.
I mean, we could split up and do both towers still, since we know it's going to
We
be
can,
closer
yeah.
to the top.
Yeah,
I
Ethan, what
think,
tower do we
yeah.
want?
What?
What tower do we want?
I think we should send Canneray to the east if we're going to assume she's an older student.
Wasn't older to the west?
No,
No.
older was the east.
It was the other way around. Okay.
The sun rises in the west and sets in the east, as
Yeah,
does
there
the
you go.
age of the students.
Oh,
Can I ask a really stupid
that's
question? Is
deep.
that how that works in the real world right now? No, it rises in the east and sun.
You've broken his head.
My
Listen.
brain did. I'll take
Yeah.
the East Tower though. We'll go for the East one.
We'll
Okay.
go east tower. Okay.
So maybe send Canneray, Heason, and Arthur to the east, and Diastri, Rainier, Vanna, and I will go to the west.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
And you
As
guys
we're
are-
walking up, are there like outside stairs?
No, it's all on the interior. You have to go into the academy, and then once you're inside, you'll see that there's, these like rounded corridors. And then along the ground floor, you've got all these like lecture halls and different rooms for students. That's where the library and stuff was. There's stairs that go down into like the basement. There's stairs that go up into like the towers.
As we go up, I'd like to open a window and look for Heason when they're at a window, and I'm gonna yell, "Heason, what's fold fell?"
I didn't even hear what you said, and I
Uh,
probably didn't in character either.
We really
just-
get
I
the-
did that
Because I
for-
would
I
have
did
had
that
my
for the
window.
effect.
The windows on this tower would have been shut. I wouldn't have heard shit.
Good.
I don't know if it's safe to have windows that are open on towers, but okay.
Yeah.
So
So it sounds like it's bad as
No, they
having a
have
balcony
nets.
up really high for university students.
they do not have nets. This is an elven building. This is not. This is the difference when you go from like Europe, you know, like or like America. Like in America, they have to put all these like safety signs, and in Europe, they're just like, sure, go ahead, stand on the roof. We don't care.
Yeah.
What are you
This
gonna do?
isn't-
Sue
this isn't
us?
Las Vegas where they just lock the windows closed and you just
Yeah.
can't open them at all.
Okay, so West Tower, you guys, you see some
I mean,
students.
she's in the east.
As you guys are walking, you hear a couple lectures that are happening. You do, see like, just students like hanging out. There's like some common areas with some tables and benches. Some people are actually like studying, doing work. Other people are just, goofing off, doing their thing. You see all manner of students. You see humans, you see a couple halflings, you see some tieflings, you see a gnome. East Tower, you guys have a very similar experience. You hear lectures going on. There appears to be a professor who's walking around explaining the architecture to a group of like 12 students. They're sort of just talking about like, the archways and different like building materials that the elves used and how humans can't figure this out. There's a dwarf in the group that pipes up and he just talks about, the way that dwarves are very good at, creating these structures that can like, load bearing structures that can hold so much different weight. You guys go up the stairs again. You're starting to see this is where the residences are. You can see that there's a bunch of different hallways that kind of branch off from the central like spiral staircase, and then there's like hallways that go to the north, the east, the south, the west. Again, sometimes you'll hear like in certain rooms, it sounds like there's like 3 or 4 people hanging out. Sometimes, you don't hear anything. It's silent. West Tower, you guys make it to the top 2 floors.
That
So
was easy.
no one seems to stop you. No one seems alarmed.
Just walking like we're meant to be here.
They make
Chillaxing,
it.
relaxing.
How many doors are there?
So if you go to the north side, which is the one with the balconies that overlook the courtyards, you take the northern hallway, and then there's a round hallway that kind of goes, following the exterior wall. And then there's like certain rooms that are on this side facing the courtyard. You see about 8 rooms, 8 doors that would face the north.
On each floor?
Yeah.
Do we just want to knock on them?
Yes.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I knock on one.
Okay.
Res life. Res life.
A few of the doors open, some of the doors no one answers. So the first couple of doors, you see a very frazzled human student. She's got like red hair and a really messy bun. She's got ink stains all over her hands. She's just like, what? Like super just attitude-y.
Okay.
Apologize. We were just doing a mental health wellness check.
I am not okay. And she like slams the door. Like, finals are happening, dude. I'm having a mental breakdown. You get a couple of other answers. Some people are opening the doors. This floor seems to be all human students. You're not really seeing any of the other species here.
Top floor, my friends.
This seems like a problem. There's just a bunch of humans.
Yes. I'd like to go up to the top floor and knock
Let's
on the
go.
doors.
Okay.
Ayo, let's go.
You knock on the first few doors. You receive no response. You knock on one of the doors, and halfling opens it. Big smile on their face. He's wearing no pants.
Oh, so sorry.
Something else is big.
Well endowed, my friend. Very nice.
Thanks.
Question for you, sir.
Yeah.
Do you happen to know of a dragonborn who lives on this floor, Tarkesian?
I don't know Tarkesian, but Tarshikan is a really nice girl. She lives over in the other tower. She lives in the east towers. But are you here for the party?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, come on in.
So we.
It's a fucking sex party, guys.
Yes. May I ask, what is the dress requirement for this party?
I mean, you can wear whatever you want. I'm just, we're all taking some magic mushrooms. I don't know if you've heard of these. And I'm just getting too hot, and I just had to take all my clothes off. But
okay.
come on in.
Excuse me, I just have to consult my gnomish code for a second.
I don't. Can I just walk in?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, magic mushrooms are not on the gnomish code yet, so
Cool.
It will be after this.
Sweet.
I walk in. Rainier, do you want some pizza?
Dude, I can
Yeah,
imagine.
Rainier wants
Jesus.
some pizza. Sure. What? Wait. Why are we at this party?
We're looking for the lost
Information.
I mean,
girl.
I know we're looking for, but why are we deciding to now attend
What
a
if-
party?
What if she's at the party?
Information gathering.
She just didn't the halfling say that they knew them, but they were in the other tower?
If the halfling knows her,
And you believed him?
they're friends. So if it was a true friend, she would have been invited to this party.
She's definitely in here somewhere.
Yes.
The halfling, his pupils are like literally the eyes of like giant saucers, and he's just like, yeah, hey guys, welcome.
Piastri, I thought you were cool.
You've really changed, man.
You've changed. Nah.
When did you become
Nah,
such a
you've changed.
fuddy-duddy?
I mean, Piastri's right in here, but Rainier is just kind of hesitant.
The old you would have done it, Rainier.
There's
The one
Probably,
before your
like-
face change.
9-10 people here. You see a couple humans. They're like giggling, sitting on like couches and stuff. There's an Owlin. You do see 2 tieflings. They're kind of more in control than generally the rest of the people. Some people are actually like, they've got a pretty large parchment. They've got like some quill and ink. They're just like doodling and drawing. You get the sense that they're definitely thinking it's a lot nicer and more artistic than it is, but it just looks like a bunch of random like swirls and scribbles.
Ironically, in my college dorm room sophomore year, I just took printer paper and covered one entire wall and had Sharpies and magic markers hanging on strings.
Yep.
So I know this aesthetic quite
Yeah.
well.
As
I love
Piastri
that.
looks around, does he see anything that would resemble like an ice box or a bathroom?
There's definitely like wall kind of like without a door, but there's like a little curtain on it, and you assume that it's kind of like a little like, closet area with a chamber pot in it.
If I look in there, is there any toilet paper?
No, but there is a human like doubled over on their knees, like vomiting into the chamber pot,
Ew.
I don't feel good, Mr. Stark.
No pain, no gain.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, sorry, excuse me, and I wave at Rainier and be like, hey, Rainier, come here. Rainier, can you?
Rainier's the
Does
only
this
one who's
person have
giant
long
and
or
useful.
short hair?
They have short hair. You don't have to
Gosh,
hold it back for
Okay.
them.
Rainier, could you can you help this individual at all?
Oh.
You guys take care of the person throwing up. Going to the East Tower. East Tower, folks. You guys make it up to the top 2 floors.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Do the same
guess.
thing, I guess.
Door. I feel like
Probably
as a
looking-
dragonborn, the best thing a dragonborn can see is another dragonborn when they're not at home. So I could take the lead in knocking the doors.
Okay.
Sure.
You start knocking on doors. You can tell one of the girls that answers, she's definitely of noble birth. She's wearing just very elegant clothing. She's got a bunch of jewelry on. A few people, you hear them just be like, I'm busy, come back later. But you don't find any dragonborn. There's a few doors that nobody answers. You just, knock and there's silence. But the
But this-
noblewoman.
Can we hear of those rooms that nobody answers? Can we like it's just dead silence? You can't hear like rustling inside or anything like
Correct. Yeah, it doesn't sound like anyone
Yeah.
is home. But the
Yeah, okay.
noblewoman, when you knock and she answers, she seems very friendly, open for talking.
Say,
Uh,
greetings. We're looking for Arjikan. We heard she was in this tower. We have a delivery for her.
Oh, yeah, Tarjakin. She's a real sweetie. She lives just upstairs. She's in the biggest room. You'll actually see she actually has double doors.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for the information.
Diplomatic life, dude.
Yeah, of course, no problem. And what are you guys delivering?
We have this small trinket that was sent to her from a friend, and we just want to make sure it gets to her.
Does everyone get a small trinket?
Just
Are
her.
you the person's friend? Because they only gave us one.
Oh, well, that's kind of rude, guys. But
Sorry
yeah,
about
she
that.
lives just upstairs.
We really appreciate your help, though.
Yeah. Okay then.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Well, we're gonna head up and find the double doors.
Okay.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Everyone getting a ring? We literally said it's from her
Yeah,
friend.
what the fuck?
Yeah,
Who
wait,
does she
wait.
think we are? Ring givers or something?
She's an
Jeez.
Yeah, let me just get my
Entitled
satchel of
millennial.
rings out.
Yeah,
Just
fucking hell.
entitled noble
I got
millennial.
teeth, not rings.
Hi guys, it's kind of rude.
That's pretty rude. You didn't bring us a ring for everyone. If she's getting a ring,
It's not good.
While you guys are like making fun of her walking away down the hallway, you hear her call through the door like, I can still hear you, you know.
I can still hear you.
just speed walk off even quicker.
Keep walking, keep walking. Go. No, you have feel awkward.
Oh my god.
We're heading upstairs,
good at
finding the
TV,
double
you guys.
We don't
finding
even
the
go
double
here.
doors.
Why are y'all bullying this girl? You just met
It's
her.
because yeah, and she's fucking asking us for gifts, dude.
So just
What the
give her a tooth or give her one of those rocks or something.
Rock.
She asked us for a ring. We don't have rings coming out our ass. Like
We're
far
looking
out.
at you gave us. We're not gonna do
Yeah, well.
that.
All right, we're finding Tarjakin's room, the one
Okay.
with the double doors.
Real quick though, going back to West Tower, you guys are at this party. Some of the people are drawing and doodling, other people are, just kind of like eyeing you like they don't know you. They're not suspicious, but they're just sort of like, whoa, newcomers.
Is it solely just a mushroom party, or are like drinks around and stuff? Like, is there like a pitcher of beer? Or...
No, mostly mushrooms. They've got like a couple like bottles of wine.
I'll just grab a cup and pour a little bit of wine and act like
Is-
I'm part of it.
Is there a candy bowl of the mushrooms or something? Like, is
Yeah,
there,
it's
just
there,
like
it's on a table. There's like, mushroom tea.
Oh
There's it's not a candy
bro.
bowl of mushrooms, but there's like you can tell that it's just a big carafe of mushroom tea. They offer you some if you would like.
yeah.
Ooh, right on. Vanna, I'm gonna have you roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
Vanna's gonna get high on
I like how Vanna
mushrooms,
said like she
and
didn't
she's gonna
expect to have
accept all these people's souls.
Okay.
Oh, that'd be cool.
It takes a while for it to kick in, Vanna, and while that's happening, the halfling that let you in, who's not wearing any pants, kind of just sits down and starts talking to you, and he's like, "Hey, so, Tarjakin's not here, obviously, but she sometimes used to hang out with a couple of these folks down at the Buds farm, and this other guy, Noivir, he used to come around. He hasn't been around in a while, but
What here?
Noivir.
No, Wob. Okay. Cool.
But she was real cool.
Yeah, we're looking for her, and she sounds amazing. And we have a gift from a friend. We're just trying to track her down, but
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, You know, I had a couple classes with her, and you know, she was really cool and stuff like that, and at this point, Vanna, you start noticing that like the walls kind of start like melting a little bit, and you're trying to like
Sweet.
focus on this dude's face, but at like his features start like elongating, and you're not having like a super reality experience.
Eesh.
And you just get the giggles and you can't stop laughing. Everything that this person says is literally like throwing you into fits of
Oh,
giggles.
I love that. Oh my gosh.
So-
And I just apologize. I'm just like, I'm so sorry. I'm not laughing at you. It's just your face looks really long right now. And I know, like, it's just, I wish you could see in the mirror. Do you have a mirror around here so you can see your face?
Isn't that you're not supposed to
It's
do
okay.
that. Yeah, I don't wanna
Probably
do that,
not.
dude. I don't want to do that.
It's fine. You know,
Yeah,
it's
I don't
probably,
wanna do that,
it'll go back to, yeah. It looks really, it's cool.
I have a question for you though. Like
Me?
you're really furry.
Yeah.
Can I like
Oh,
you? Would that be weird?
yeah.
Oh. Okay. Sorry.
Sorry. No, it's okay. Can I just like awkwardly like just and just like get up and like walk off?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Cool.
For sure. All right, East Tower, you guys. Find the double doors. It's the middle room of all the doors in the top floor, northern hallway, facing the courtyard. You can't see, obviously, like her windows or anything like that, but there's only one set of double doors. It appears to be probably like the penthouse suite, the biggest room of this tower.
Okay.
Living a life of luxury.
Yeah, seriously. I want to approach the doors, but can I roll a perception check to see if I hear anything beyond those doors?
You sure can.
Could I?
Nice.
You hear absolutely nothing. You do hear occasionally when the wind blows, as though like the balcony is kind of like open to the elements, but you don't hear any noises of people inside, no paper shuffling, no breathing at all, no nothing.
I kind
Just
of.
hit. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, no, I was just saying. I kind of look back to the guys and be like, I don't hear anything.
It's not good.
Do we
See
knock?
it.
Maybe she's having like an afternoon kip.
Yeah,
She's
we
having a
can
nap or
give it a
something.
knock.
I don't know.
You knock, and a couple moments pass. You get no response.
Starting to really wish I had like some thieves' tools or something, or someone with us who could use them.
Before we go to that, I test the door. Is it unlocked?
It is locked.
Fuck.
Yeah. Well, how sturdy does it look?
It's a wooden door. 2 sets of double wooden doors.
I don't
Yeah,
know
but
if I
like,
wanna do that.
is it so when it closes? Is it like, would I be able to tell if it's like closed and then latched, or is it like locked with like a key where I could like break the
There's-
handle off and
There's
it
a
would like
key
fuck it, or
hole. And when Arthur tested the handle was locked. Like it's
Okay.
a locking handle door.
Which way does the door open? Does the door open inward towards the room, or does it like swing out towards
It
us?
opens inwards towards the room.
Well, it makes it easier to break into if we just
yeah,
want
if
to
we-
brute force.
I mean,
our
if we
way.
wanted to brute
Well,
force it, or we
hang
could
on,
just try and break the handle off or something.
We don't know who else is on this floor.
We don't.
Someone's gonna hear that and come check.
It's now or never. I feel like.
I feel like we should be a bit more cautious than breaking open the door. Don't want to get trouble.
I mean, we could do it quietly, like just try and snap the handle off.
If you do it
it's-
quietly, do it.
If it's the
Okay.
handle, that's the problem.
Well, I can give
Just
the
remove the
handle a good.
hinges.
Just remove the I could give the handle a good tearing at.
Okay. Roll a strength check.
Melt it with your flame breath.
Whew. With a 23,
Melt the whole door.
you just
Flame
sort of
breath.
put your hand on the doorknob and you just sort of give it a little crack. You hear some of the locking pins from the inside ding, 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 ding as they all fall on the floor. And the door opens. I will bring you to the map.
Do I hear any like commotion coming from anywhere? Did anyone like hear it? Can I hear someone walking towards us as he does that?
Roll perception.
20.
No, it's all quiet on the
Nice.
western front.
Nice.
Oh, no.
So, when
Love
you first enter the room, you guys can pull yourselves on the map. You do see this is a very large, spacious room. It's, beautifully, crafted elven, architecture, tile floors, just open floor plan, big balcony. I'll bring us to the map so we know what I'm talking about. That overlooks the courtyard. However, on the interior, you see that it is a mess. Appears that
Shit.
there's ransacked shelves. There's a table that has spilled ink all over it. There is a cold brazier that does not have a fire lit in it anymore. On the balcony itself, you can see that there are plants on the exterior of the balcony, and one of the plants seems to have been rustled and tussled with, as there's like broken flowers everywhere. And then there's also a door to, you would assume, a bedroom.
By looking at this, does it look like it's like someone was actively looking for something through this? Like it wasn't just like a fight; it was like someone's rooting through stuff.
You can roll a perception check.
I can.
You're
Things are definitely a miss.
You are unsure, but everything is super messy. Like the shelves themselves are just ransacked and tossed on the ground. There's books everywhere.
Can we take a moment to just like investigate the room, like take it in?
Yeah, sure. If you would like to roll an investigation check, go for it. Okay.
Try and discern what happened, what went on.
So you can tell that the bookshelves here are destroyed, and a lot of the books are just actually ripped and torn apart. Most of these books pertain to the studies of dragon history. You just sort of see like written on like, the leather, titles and stuff like that. A lot of it has to do with the effects of the cataclysm. There's things about reptilian breeding practices. There's fertility studies. You also can see that on the table, there's that spilled ink.
They're like the ink spilled over anything? There's like parchment or anything?
So if you're trying to investigate the table, what you do see here is that there's the massive pool of dried spilled ink on the table, and underneath the table there's more spilled ink, and there are footprints in the ink.
No.
Distinctly dragonborn.
With your investigation check, you can see that there's one set of human footprints wearing boots, or humanoid, something wearing boots, and then there is a set of bare dragonborn feet. You can also, if you look underneath the table, you kind of see that there is a scroll.
I'll reach in and grab that out and call
Okay.
Canner over.
Well then, here's what you find.
I thought you were about to say, it's trapped, and you're dead.
No. You get
Table
the
explodes.
Constitution save.
stained scroll.
Oh.
So, what you can see is that some of the scroll, the stuff that's like blurred out, that's where the ink has spilled. And the stuff that you can read says, Inkblot, there's been great progress with Inkblot. Indicate dragons who live in a shadow plane. Inkblot, the Fae have not responded to my letters. I've Inkblot, hopefully these fervent believers aren't cultists. The Inkblot, whenever a dragon egg hatches in Austihr, a shadow. Inkblot, as if it is a replacement or some sort of echo in this world. Inkblot, very excited to meet with them, all jests aside. This could... Inkblot, had hoped to find in venturing outside of Mizandrath. Wish me, Inkblot, though I must admit humans know more than we give them credit. Inkblot, meant to ask you about the Gith. There's an interesting fellow who claims Inkblot controlled their minds for eternities before the cataclysm. It sounds a tad Inkblot to gain sympathy, but his sincerity made me question why I had never heard Inkblot. Anyways, I shall update you once I meet with this Noivir and his friends. But do, Inkblot, with your embryo research. The humans at the Academy seem very intrigued with Inkblot, as am I.
Can we
Or
just
may
get-
your dragonfire burn, Tarjakin.
Can we just get a like a sound alert of you going
Inkblot, yes.
Yeah.
Blood.
And then that's a name at the top there as well.
Inkblot.
That's one of the Dragonborn from the inn.
Can we copy? Is there any other scrolls around, and is there any fresh ink?
There's no fresh ink. This ink bottle is spilled and dried, but there's definitely, like, you can find loose parchment and stuff in the torn bookshelves.
Does anybody have
check
anything
your
to write
inventory
with?
too? You might have an ink.
I
could just-
don't. No,
let's just
I
take-
don't.
We'll just take the scroll with us.
Well, the thing is, guys, we could check it right now. I could mend the scroll. My worry is it might remove the writing as well.
Does Minden work that way?
That's what I don't know. I'm pretty new to the spell. It might, but it might also just blank the page.
We'll just
That's
leave it
why I
with
want to
you.
get a copy.
We don't have anything to write with here.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
I also have prestidigitation.
scratch-
that will clean
Just scratch it
items.
into the table with your
Yeah.
dagger, Kenrick.
Yeah, all right. Just
We'll
use
just
my,
bring the
my
ta-
claw. Just use my claw.
We'll just bring the whole table with us with the with the notes scratched into it.
We got a student moving. Don't worry about it.
I'll
Don't worry about it.
wander over to the store here. Is the store locked?
I'll
No, it's not
roll
locked.
it up. I was reading that out loud, by the way, in your accent.
Inkblot.
And then ink blot,
Blot.
and then I'll roll it back up, tie it up, and put it in my bag,
So you
and
have the
keep searching the
ink-stained
room, I
scroll.
guess.
You open up the door to the bedroom, Arthur. You
Yep.
can see that the room has been ransacked. The bookshelves have been destroyed. There's a chest at the foot of the bed that has also been broken.
Is there anything like? Do the books? Can I tell what the books were for on the ground, if anything?
Yeah, roll an investigation.
Oh no,
Do it.
Oh dear.
5.
These just seem to be the same type of books. They pertain a lot to dragon history and the cataclysm. She seems to have been kind of specializing in that field of study.
Is there anything else in the room? There's nothing in the chest, I'm guessing.
So in the chest, you can see that there's a couple of items that, look to just be her personal effects. There's like a cloak, there's, just sort of a few things from home. And you see that there's actually a ring similar to the one that you guys were given to bring to her. That same like cheap casino
Okay.
ring.
I'll leave her all her things there for now.
Okay.
I won't touch them.
So
Are you going to tell us that there's a ring there?
Well, yeah, I'll come back out and say.
I'm going to grab the ring.
Oh, what? Oh, okay.
It's so we can give it to Narthadak, and he knows that we actually came in here and
Yeah.
searched the room, and he can believe us.
Well, I think he'd also know by the fact we have the scroll.
Yeah, well, I mean, if it wasn't trustworthy enough, now we have guaranteed proof. I don't think she's going to come back for the ring.
Yeah. JJ, we're on the balcony. It looks like there's a little missing section on it. Is that just kind of natural of the
Yes.
balcony, or is that like?
So
Can you
as
bust it
you inspect that further, you can see that something was used on the balcony, some sort of device like a grappling hook, and it crumbled some of the edge of the wall away and also broke that flower pot. 40 feet below, because you're on the top floor, is that grassy courtyard, and it's covered with all manner of footprints from Academy students. You can see just a couple students sort of like walking in their own desire path, like not following like the actual, spot of the courtyard where they're supposed to walk. They're just taking the straightest line across.
Yeah. It looks like someone grappled up here.
She's definitely been taken. But
Hmm.
by who?
So we need to find out. It's
Yeah,
definitely a human. The note
Well-
mentions someone named Noivir.
Noivir cultists were mentioned as well.
Yeah. Fervent believers.
More missing dragonborn in this world.
We'll get this one back. Do we want to go recon with the party? I think we found everything we're going to find in
Yeah,
here.
let's get out of here before someone sees us in here.
Yep. We'll go wait down in the commons area as well for our friends who we don't know are in a party fucking getting high on mushrooms right now.
Yep. So yeah, going back to West Tower, while you're just sitting there and drinking Austihr, one of the tieflings walks up to you and she asks, like, hey, what are you studying?
Oh, what am I studying? I am studying the ancient elven scrolls from my ancestors.
I'm kind of surprised to see an elf in the academy, to be honest with you.
They were actually surprised to see me too.
Yeah, kind of cool, huh?
Yeah, it is a cool party, isn't it?
Yeah. So, I don't
Are
know.
you partaking?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I grow the mushrooms. I'm actually a botanist. I work with Amelie down in the research labs for, potions, and right now we're working on this thing. It's called Antidote X, and so I've been pretty busy with that. But they gave me a couple of days off, which I thought was really cool. So I, decided to come and hang with my friends.
Sweet, that sounds like fun. Like, what's this Antidote X? That sounds pretty cool.
Well, it's like petrification, like when people can turn to stone.
I know a little bit about that actually.
Oh, cool. So yeah, we're working on an antidote that can try to, cure that. And like the last thing that I, did there was I was working on several versions of the antidote and they weren't really working. But so yeah, I guess I've been working really hard and Amelie gave me the day off, which is pretty cool. But
I just wanted to ask one more question about that antidote. I'm guessing by just general logic that the antidote has nothing to do with spitting on the person that is turned to stone.
no, but
Okay.
do elves think that would
No,
work?
no.
Oh.
The experience that I had in the past, some of the people that I was with thought that might work for some strange reason.
Wait. So you've been petrified before?
I mean, I didn't directly say that.
Well, you said an
But-
experience. So someone has been petrified.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I ask how you got, or did they ever come back, or they're still statue?
Yeah, no, so it required some substantial magic.
Mm-hmm. Well, you should talk to Piper or Amelie. I mean, I don't know if you're looking for like a research position here. It doesn't pay too well, but it pays something. Their last assistant actually, I think, just left, so you're probably have a shot of getting in. And if you have experience, I'm sure they would love to have you.
I'll keep that in mind for sure.
Yeah, right on. Very
Well,
cool.
And while this conversation having, I'm just kind of skimming the room to see if I can find the softest thing in the room. Can I eyeball that?
Yeah, there's a fuzzy throw pillow that has like real soft fur.
Is it within like my grasping
Yeah,
distance? Okay,
it's like
I'm
next
just
to
gonna
you
like
on the
grab.
couch. Yeah.
I'm just gonna grab that and then let's like hold it out to this person that's talking to me.
She starts petting it. She's like, "Oh, dude, this is really,
It's awesome, isn't it?
yeah. I gotta go show these guys. Hold on one second." She like brings the pillow, and they all start petting the pillow. The guy that tried to pet Vanna is like, "Oh, finally!" And he starts petting the pillow.
I'm just like, oh, thank God.
So
Well, my
Yeah.
friends, shall we leave the party?
Yeah, I go
Wait,
gather.
Wait, you
gather
guys are leaving the
Rainier.
party? What are you going to do?
Well, we know
Solo
that,
adventures.
She's not here.
No, the solo adventures of Ignis and Vanna.
Oh.
He's leaving the party.
I'll die in a couple days.
It was a bad joke. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I understand. I got it. I followed it.
I don't get it.
That's because
Oh,
you're
okay.
still giggling.
You are a little under the influence.
True.
Okay. So you guys
Yeah,
leave?
I suppose I gather Rainier. He's still over there just, doing his caretaker bit for the person in the toilet.
Oh yeah, no, they're much better. They're healed. It's all
He
good.
probably pumped all of his lay on hands in him to fucking detoxify him too.
Right.
He's like throwing the chamber pot out the window. I'm like
Ew.
unwary passerby.
Oh,
No.
that's fucked up. That is fucked up.
Look out below.
Okay.
Can I like take a little punch to go, like some tea,
Sure.
like
Put it
in
in a water skin.
Yeah. You
my
can
water skin?
fit it
Yeah.
in your water skin for sure.
Are they gonna give me like mean look? I mean, I don't actually. I don't mind. I don't go to school here. I don't care.
No,
Stone
Yeah,
no, they
Ignore it.
don't. They're not giving you mean looks at all. They're petting a
Okay.
pillow right now and drawing on a paper.
Sweet. I'm just gonna.
They're like, we figured out life.
I'd want to
dude.
ask.
We
I'd
figured
want to
out
ask that
life."
person, the botanist, the one that grew them, if I could take some for the road, like the actual mushrooms.
Oh,
Do you mind if I take a couple of these, just maybe to munch on? I'm
well, I
traveling
made
through the
all
forest?
of the mushrooms into tea, but yeah, you can just take the tea.
Sweet.
I don't have a separate container.
Hmm.
Just put it in your mouth. Just hold it in your cheek pocket.
You know what the dwarves do? They put it in their shoe, and they call it a shoey.
Oh, that sounds cute. You should do that.
And you can just
I don't
carry...
have shoes.
It has to. It has to have been a worn shoe,
Yeah.
though.
I'm gonna pass on that.
Oh.
Really?
I hate wet feet in shoes.
Well,
Like,
you don't
just-
put the. Okay,
Yeah.
you do you. I'm just filling up my water thing.
your
more.
water skin.
All right. Well, cool party. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, see you guys around.
Yeah.
Totally.
Good to party.
Yeah.
We're out.
I'm like touching the wall, trying to find the door on the way out.
I'm over there with the door open. I'm like, Vanna, this way.
Yeah, you
Sweet.
guys can meet up
I
in
would
the
like
commons
to,
area. Oh.
as we're leaving, cast Mage Hand to have the Mage Hand draw on the wall.
Everyone starts freaking out, dude. Everyone's freaking out, dude. You hear people screaming. They're literally just praying to their own gods, you know? Everyone's like saying their own pantheon's names. Do you just leave like that? You give no explanation?
I have
Did I see him cast this? Did I see what he did? Or did myself or Rainier, I guess, even.
Well,
I have the
Diastri was
mage
opening
hand.
the door for Vanna.
Yeah, I had the door open. I was like, waiting to shuffle people out. So
I'll have the Mage Hand come drop the brush off in my hand, and I'll give it a high five, and I'll say, "Good job."
Ah, okay, cool. Everyone's like,
a free
ah, you
paintbrush."
got us. Ah.
And I'll just go oogity boogity, and I'll.
The halfling
You
just
made me
pees
jump a
himself.
little bit. Why'd you do that? It's so spooky.
That's the woman who talks to dead ghosts and reaps souls for a living.
The literal Grim Reaper.
How many people in the party hear that?
Oogity boogity. We can't say those words.
What happens when you say oogity boogity?
I don't want to find out.
What words are you not supposed to say?
I don't know. Man.
And we
Yeah.
go down to the common areas.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, you guys are sitting there, East Tower's sitting there, and you hear the other party come down the stairs. Vanna's all giggly.
Is
Wait, guys, let's all pretend like we're stoned off our gourds.
Well,
Okay.
Whoa!
Can I just like walk in backwards, like really badly moonwalking in?
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
I'm floating.
What the fuck have you guys been
what
doing?
did you get? Did you guys even do anything that we needed to do?
Drugs.
Yes.
Yes.
And
We did drugs, and you need to do them too.
You're in luck. I have my little water bottle. I brought souvenirs. I know how much you love souvenirs because I got you those rock teeth last time we came here. Y'all remember that? Now we got mushroom tea, so y'all have to share.
I'll pass on that with you.
It's
Yeah,
not
thanks.
super.
Not
Your
trying
performance
to get-
is not super convincing.
I want
not trying to get fucked
go
up.
to Heesun and just put my hand through his beard and go, "Your beard is so soft, man."
I haven't washed my beard in like 2 years.
I think he's high as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Would it be insight or perception?
It'd be instant.
honestly, part of me is not
Yeah.
surprised that this has happened. To be fair,
I probably believe he's fucking high. I
I'm still
wouldn't be
gonna believe he's
surprised
high
either.
as
The
fuck.
fucking gnomes.
I guess I'll. I
Fucking
guess
gnomes.
I just think he's being normal. To be honest.
I'll do an exaggerated wink
Me
to
too.
Diastri. I'll just go like,
I'm not even looking at him when he does that. I'm just like he's basically on me, like feeling my beard, and I'm just like looking over him. Just
Oh no!
well,
-1.
Diastri, I am also high.
yeah.
Hi.
Me as well. It was fun.
I like
took-
to do the drugs.
The drugs.
do I-
I did
am I
them.
supposed to-
Greetings, fellow kids, fellow college
I did.
students.
I did the one mushroom.
Oh no!
All right. Well, we actually found something useful, so
Yeah, we actually found
What?
her room.
we should probably go see Narthadak.
Was she
We
there?
found a scroll.
Room is destroyed, ransacked.
Yeah,
Oh.
we think she's probably been kidnapped or something.
Yeah.
There was a grappling hook off the balcony,
Yeah.
footprints, and what appeared to be like drag marks. And
Nobody saw you. Nobody stopped you from.
No.
There's this one ippity noble woman who's like,
Yeah,
"Why did you bring me
fucking-
a ring?" And it's what
fucking entitled.
I'm of noble birth, and I hated her.
Hey, aren't you?
Well, we found a scroll, but it's pretty inky.
Yeah.
Gonna go over it with Narthadak and then maybe try some stuff on it. See if we can't like get rid of the ink splotches.
I have prestidigitation.
I do as well, but I'm worried I'm gonna ruin the whole thing. So I want to show Narthadak first.
Don't worry, man.
I can
Be
make a copy
happy.
of it.
I'm not even gonna fucking let Ignis see the note.
I'm literally gonna pick up Ignis and hold him over my head, so you can't touch it.
Diastri, it
Yeah.
worked. He's gonna carry me everywhere now.
The little gnome backpack on the Dragonborn.
No,
Yeah.
Amazing.
We're tie him up with some hemp and rope, and just tie him onto my back. And he's just-
Man,
his
I
legs are just
love
kicking.
hemp.
All right, let's head back to the inn and see if we can find Narthadak.
Let's go.
Alright.
Let's
Okay.
get out of here before.
You guys
Get out of here
go
before they
back
actually start asking questions.
to the inn. You see, a couple humans are at the bar. There's another like couple having dinner at one of the tables. You see Narthadak and Shulad, and they're playing darts at the dartboard.
I'm
Okay.
gonna approach him and say we've got something, but probably not best to discuss it out here. Do you guys have a room?
Yeah, we do. He just throws the rest of his darts and he takes you into.
Did he get a good score?
Yeah, he got 2 bullseyes in a row. Just one on
Natural
top of the other.
dragonborn
Just
talent.
boop. Just like the dart into the back of the other dart. You know what I mean?
Mad
Nice.
lad.
All right.
They take
We're
you
trying to pick
Reassuring
up
if I've
the
ever
dart.
seen one.
to their room. They have a room with 3 single beds. They have a small desk, chamber pot in the corner, couple candles. There's not enough like
Nasty.
chairs for everyone to sit, so some of you guys, either have to
I'll either-
stand or
We're gonna keep this brief anyway.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm gonna pull out the ring, like his ring, and then pull out the other ring as well,
his face
and then put them in
just
one hand.
drops.
Give it back, and to say we found the room. We got inside. It was very tussled. Looked like a struggle. The room had been tossed, and it appears that Tajikin was taken, whether by force or it seemed by force.
Yeah,
But we
of
also
course-
found this, and pull out the scroll.
He reads it, gives it to the, sort of passes it around to all the Dragonborn so that they can all read it, and tells you that this was what I feared. Another one was taken.
Another one.
one.
Well,
The dust.
aren't you aware, Canaray? Dragonborn have been going missing.
It's hit my family. Yes,
Well,
I had no knowledge that this was connected.
apparently, I mean, unless who's kidnapping all of these Dragonborn, but the letter mentions this Noivir person. We should try to seek them out at once, and perhaps they're part of this cult that she referenced.
I want to
Yeah.
point something out too. I could probably clear the rest of this, or Ignis maybe even as well, if we want to attempt it. I don't want to ruin the note. I wanted to show you first before we tried anything.
Yeah, let's make a copy first. Because if you're going to clear ink, you're going to clear all the ink.
Mm.
How do you differentiate between
Even
what's-
with prestidigitation or mending, sorry.
Well, mending typically mends broken things.
Yeah, holes,
You know, like
tears.
rips, tears, stuff
Rips.
like that.
I thought it
Prestidigitation-
returned things back to their original form, which is why I thought that it would remove the ink.
Yeah. Prestidigitation cleans things,
Mm.
which, I mean, I think it would be all semantics.
Mm.
You can try.
But we
it.
don't know what the words are underneath. So how could we clear them?
Yeah.
It'd be
I
different
think
if we
we
knew what
copy
the,
it, it
the
doesn't
message
hurt
was.
to try.
Can I
Well-
copy?
Look, we're gonna probably seek out this Noivir and maybe try to find that cult that she referenced. But if we can't find them, it appears that we must press on to the Fae. I hope that maybe they know of this shadowy echo that's creating dragons. Please let us know if you find anything else out.
Of course.
Most certainly.
Just be careful. I think we've heard rumor about the cult. It's like some sort of blood cult or something. They talk to the undead.
Hmm.
Scary stuff.
But,
Can
well,
I,
you
you
can
gave
have
him
the
the
note.
rings, right?
Yeah, I gave him the rings. Handed him both the rings at the start.
He puts them both on.
Oh.
These were from me and Tarshikin's first date. I took her to the casino.
Oh.
Good dates back.
Oh. I just start crying.
Goddamn mushrooms, dude.
I'm just really emotional right now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I hope we can find her soon.
Well, thank you for looking into it for us. How did you get in the academy?
Oh, we just walked in.
You just walked in.
No, it was
Yeah,
incredibly
just-
tough. Lots of interrogation, careful movement.
He slaps
Mainly just
like
Fake it till you make
Sildrath,
it.
like on the shoulder, and he's like, "See, I told you. We should have just walked in."
Next time. Now you
Next
know.
time, how are you supposed to know they wouldn't have people
Yeah.
checking ID cards and stuff?
Yeah.
Curiosity, did you only talk to like one administrator there? Who did you talk to?
We went directly to the head of the academy. We spoke to several people within, the academy. They all told us that we can't disturb the students. We didn't think to just go there.
Hmm.
So you talked to many people who said this.
Yeah, like several of the
Okay.
people within the academy.
Okay. If there was just one person, then I would be a little sus about them. But if it was many different people, then they probably aren't tied into it. They just have a school byline they have to.
Well, why
promote.
can't we be sus about multiple
Like
people?
giant conspiracy. I mean, we're talking
We
about
can-
giant
we
cult.
can.
A cult? A cult?
I think if a school was involved in some sort of
School cult?
like illegitimate thing, many people would know about it.
The Blood Cult Academy.
Higher,
Dude.
Well, look at it this
higher
way. That room,
academies
that room
never-
was. It was. You said the room was tossed, right?
Oh, yeah.
It was
Mhm.
Like, it was
proper toss.
All busted up, tossed.
Mhm.
Like, if that's the case, then somebody in the academy knows. Because this has been what, a couple of weeks since a month since this person supposedly stopped writing to Narthadoc, and
Yeah.
Mhm.
they haven't, fully checked on it. I mean, if somebody would have just, she's got to be eating meals, right?
Yeah.
She might get,
So what you're saying is
somebody's got to be giving her food somehow in this closed door policy of not checking on them or not letting visitors in, but somebody's got to have seen that room in the state it's in. Somebody did. Maybe not the whole school, but somebody in the school does.
It's a good point.
Otherwise, they're just really bad about their student health.
But so,
I mean,
well,
Yeah,
we
you
got
did
did-
attend
you
a
two.
did
party
let
full of mushrooms we saw
7
completely
random
frazzled.
freaking strangers walk throughout their campus without so much as checking. So they might just
Yeah,
be
and-
really bad at their students.
Yeah, so we've got two potential leads. We've got a possible staff member of the team, of the academy, that we could maybe find out who would have been like in charge of delivering meals or whatever to these rooms, and this Noirvier person.
Yeah.
Now, when I say somebody knows that she's at least not there and missing, and
Yeah.
and whatever, they may not be involved. They may just be trying to hide it until they can.
You'll feel like they would have cleaned the room if it's been weeks.
Yeah,
That's
If they were
a-
trying to
yeah.
hide it.
Yeah, if the academy was completely involved, like the room would probably be like reorganized.
reorg, cleaned, and
I feel like if the like principal or the head of the academy was involved, it would be the same.
Mhm.
Well, the
Yeah.
the head, his name is Skull Lee. He told us that
That's
we
not a
couldn't.
nice name.
He told us that we couldn't go, and we had to speak to several people before we could talk to him directly, and he told us no.
Yeah, I feel like if he was involved, they would have been more thorough. I think if
And been
it's just
smarter.
a faculty, if it's a faculty member, like you don't get a name like Scholar Lee, like when you make stupid things like that happen,
Mm-hmm.
you would have they would have
mean,
cleaned the room.
The best lead is just to track down this whatever his name is.
Norvier. Yeah.
If
What?
there is a greater conspiracy, he's the starting point at least.
Okay, confession. I think this noir guy, when we were at that party, y'all remember that guy that opened the door? He told me, oh god, I was really on the tea, just so you guys know, but I think it was a lake he likes to hang out at, a blood lake, a bloodborne lake. I don't know, some kind of, maybe we should, I just, my head hurts.
Blood Lake.
Yeah, something like that. He and they're besties, and something.
Well, they're a
So we should
blood
go back to
cult.
the park.
They might have like, if there's a blood lake,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that could be like a pretty good correlation to a blood cult, possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds
Well,
like a
I don't
secret
know if
hideout
it's
to me.
actually- I don't know if it's actually like a lake of blood or if it's just
Well,
like a local lake or
I
a fountain.
fucking
I
hope
don't
not.
know.
This whole town is just built on next to a lake of blood. That'd be pretty fucking grim.
Yeah.
I think
that
we would have
suck.
noticed that coming in.
I feel like that too.
No,
Maybe.
maybe.
None of our passive perceptions are very high.
I wasn't
so.
looking
No.
for a blood lake, but
Yeah, me either. I mean,
You-
it could just be like one of those lakes that has like the algae growing in it that makes them change color. And
yes.
it could just
Oh, I read
look
about
like a
that.
blood lake.
Those are yeah.
Or just turns red when the sun sets.
You think
Yeah,
they would
well, that's
like
it.
add chlorine and clean it or something? I don't know.
It's
I
a
mean, yeah,
Can I
this-
see that scroll for a minute?
sure. Oh, actually, I gave it to Narthadoc.
Narthadoc, can I take a look at that for a moment?
Mhm.
Austihr wants to look at the backside of the scroll and using his, forgery skills, just kind of see if he's able to identify if he can make out the impressions from when the note was written of the actual pen work
Okay.
outside of the spilled ink.
Go ahead and roll an investigation.
I roll a 1.
Oh, he rolled a 1.
You motherfucker.
While you're
was such a
holding
good
it,
idea,
you're
dude.
trying to hold it up to
Oh.
like a candle and like sort of,
Oh,
look at
no.
it in the flame to really and angling it to see the impressions on the back of the parchment.
Oh god.
And like a little tip catches fire on the candle and you have to like like pinch it out like No, you can't tell.
I was gonna say, this
It's
is the
so
point where we use
warped
mending.
at this point from the just being so soaked thoroughly with the ink. It's like one whole side of the parchment got ink spilled on it, and like when you get water wet but then it dries and it gets all like wavy and crinkly.
When you get water wet?
I mean, when you get paper wet,
When you get water wet.
when
Are
you get
soaking
water
the
wet.
log in wood?
Yeah. Yes.
All right, so that didn't work. I just give the scroll back to Narthadoc.
I mean, you guys can have our copy if you want us to keep maybe the original instead of
Sure.
setting it on fire.
Yeah, we tend to.
Sure.
Don't let the
Do we-
Austihr carry it.
Do we want to just
Hey,
try
it was a damn good
precipitation on it?
idea.
We can try it.
Try what, sorry?
Prestidigitation.
Yeah, sure. See if it works.
Go for it, Ignis.
I mean, we have a copy, so
I'm gonna have you
I
roll
cast-
an Arcana check.
okay.
Yeah, glad you're doing this because I'm fucking shit at Arcana.
Oh! Secrets. Oh my god.
So you're able to get a couple of like the ink itself. You're able to sort of shrink the ink blot, and you're able to get rid of the spill of ink without getting rid of too many of the words. The words, there are still some words that are missing because of the way that the ink had soaked through, but where the ink was a little bit lighter, you're able to get a couple of words. So I will add that to your note. But the words that you are able to get...
Can I do this like how Radagast, like blows the smoke and does all the stuff with the animals while winking exaggerately at the Austihr?
Yeah, 100%, dude. 100%. So some of the words that you get are it says the blank, whenever a dragon egg hatches in Austihr, a shadow blank as if it is a replacement or some sort of echo in this world. You see that a dragon is born. You see the word Shadowfell. You also see where they say it says, "Wish me luck, though I must admit humans know more than we give them credit for. Also, I meant to ask you about the Gith. There's an interesting fellow who claims that creatures from the abyss controlled their minds for eternities before the cataclysm." And then at the bottom, you get the words, I shall update you once I meet with this Noivir and his friends. But do keep me posted with your embryo research. The humans at the academy seem very intrigued with it, as am I.
Can I make a history check to see if I know anything in like deep lore about abyssal demons controlling people and
You sure can.
stuff like that.
You sure can.
If I get another natural 20 right now,
Bless.
damn. Not bad, but damn. 14.
You have only heard of the Abyss as a mythical other plane of existence. You don't know anything about these creatures with the mind control. The only thing that you're familiar with would be you're aware that there are spells that can control other people, and you know that there is a type of magic called psionics, but that's about it. And you don't know too much about the Gith other than they keep relatively to themselves. Generally don't travel too much, although you did see that Gith in the tavern previously. They're not there now.
Yeah, not yeah.
Gith.
Cool.
Jith.
Just checking
As in
for
the
my
Jith.
past years.
The
Straight
Yeah.
to Jod.
Jod.
The Jith.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my friends, theoretically, if she is she a she? Out of curiosity, I'm still
Tarshikin?
getting
Yeah,
used
she's
to-
a she.
She's a she. Just checking. Didn't want to seem insensitive. If she's investigating blood cults and demon mind control, the cult could be in the school being mind controlled and stuff like that. So, I still think we should go find this Nor guy.
Noivir.
I do think if we are going to pursue this, we should warn, like, the town guard about the fact that trolls and evil things might be marching on one of their sister cities. Since this does seem bigger than we want to give it credit for, this might take some actual, like, time.
Well, let's have a look around. We don't have to say anything yet.
Yeah.
I think you guys
So
are
are
more
we
just talking
committed
about
to
warning
solving this
the-
problem
about the
right here,
trolls.
right now, or
This
No.
seems
I
pretty,
mean, we're here.
Yeah,
pretty big. And
the lake's just right around.
there's
corner.
Dragonborn going missing in the similar fashion that my sister went missing. So
Vanna, he told you
I
about a
mean-
farm.
Oh, was it a farm?
But-
I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
it wasn't a blood
It wasn't a
lake.
lake.
It was,
It was a-
I was
Bud's
imagining.
farm.
Bud's farm.
Blood Farm?
Yeah.
she was high as fuck.
Sorry, I was. That tea
Lit.
went
I mean, I have
heavy.
seen Vanna. I have seen Vanna drinking from a mug tonight.
You know, yeah. Okay, so just replace all my lake words with farm.
No, I
It's-
like
it's
that.
fine.
And what about
that
the
you've
blood
like
work?
completely
That-
given us the
And
fucking
effort.
wrong.
Irrevocable.
Just
Yeah.
unreliable fucking. Hey guys, I
Hasten,
found
like,
everything.
yeah,
Honestly,
it's
it's
blood.
very-
This
character.
guy told
Yeah,
me.
and I'm
about a
correlating
lake.
that too. It's like it's
Ah,
a lake, it's a
shit.
blood lake, it's a blood cult. Like,
That makes it really easy.
yeah.
What was that?
So we're looking for a blood lake.
Damn it. Cool.
Unless
So
we find someone when we're questioning that brings up a possible farm.
Yep, we're looking.
So is the farm okay? So in that regard, is the farm near the school, kind of like where that kid was, like when he was not homeschool, when he like lived near?
Commuting.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll take you guys
What
back
farm?
to the town. So
What farm?
this is the academy here, right? And this is like sort of the farming district over here.
Oh, okay.
So it is right by the lake anyway.
So
We can go
Centralia
on
has
over there.
2 lakes on either side of it.
Cool.
It has east
Oh, yeah, I see.
lake and
Yeah,
a
that's
west lake.
God, there's lots of east and west in this place, dude.
I mean, there's only 4 cardinal directions.
They're eating lots of wheat bix.
It's 5 now.
There's 5?
No.
Oh. I thought this was like gonna blow my mind when I
It's-
found out Pluto wasn't a
no.
planet anymore. I was like, what do you mean?
It's west. It's west.
Right.
East. I thought you
East.
said east.
I guess it's
I
time
mean, my question still remains: do we want to warn the town guard about the trolls if we don't?
no.
Well, the trolls.
They could possibly send word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These guards won't be able to do anything right now. They'll.
I mean, they could
That's true,
send
but if
word.
they send word,
They could
that's
send a
more doing
courier,
than
and I mean, I seeing that Centralia is like literally just north of the Sanguine Forest. I mean, I would expect that they are at least aware that Shillingleberry lives there,
We
to
don't know.
some extent. I mean, you have an archmage living in the forest that borders your town. I imagine at least some of the higher ups are likely aware.
I mean, didn't Avashores and Lachelle Cove like barely have an inkling?
yeah, but
Yeah.
they're
Just knew,
little
like, there was a
podunk
podunk
towns.
towns.
Yeah,
I don't think Shingleberry really interacts with.
well, they,
Yeah, she
but-
sends animal
Yeah, she
emissaries and they
did
just
say
get
she
hunted.
did-
yeah.
She did like
In a larger
warn
city,
them.
it's their business to know what's going on around them, I'm
Mhm.
sure.
I don't know. I still think
I-
we should at least send warning to the southern
I-
towns.
I
I
agree.
agree.
We're not
That's a
gonna
good
go
idea. You know, we
Deal
if
with
we-
it. If we're committed to this and then the dwarves, we're gonna want to send some sort of warning, just because look what's happened when we didn't investigate the trolls ourselves.
Sure.
Schlingleberry almost
Yeah.
died.
Bless her heart. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that's our fault, but yeah.
Not
I
our
do.
fault, but
No.
we knew information about the trolls and we didn't do anything with it. We were just like,
No,
yeah,
I mean, yeah, because we're just one group of people. Fucking,
yes. But if our one group of people doesn't actually tell people about
that's
shit
a,
that's
yeah.
happening,
I'm all for telling
Yeah.
somebody for sure.
Yeah, let's go find
Yeah.
a courier
An
office.
adult. Yeah.
Tell him.
Yeah,
Okay.
That too.
I would say, is there
Vanna
is
needs
there
a
a government
babysitter for
building or
her-
something like that?
For her
There's
tea.
the Reeves estate. If you want to go
Surely
to
we're
the
not-
Reeve of the
Shh.
town.
Could we? Like, is there not like
Yeah.
guards there? We can just walk up and have like a fucking conversation with the
I
Reeve.
mean, we just walked into the
Highly-
academy, didn't
Yeah,
we?
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
we
just
did,
his
yeah, let's
house.
go.
I mean, you know, they're not
Woo!
like it's not like the president with Secret Service.
Like,
It's like a
bloody-
small town mayor office, you know?
Maybe
Just
it's
we're the
just maybe it's
paparazzi.
just everybody knows who we are now. I mean, maybe they just our rumors. spread
Maybe
and
I'm
everybody just
thinking
knows the
Centralia is
sentiment.
a lot bigger than it actually is. I figured the academy like meant that it was like a big town.
It's
Like
a
a
larger
real large.
town, but it's not a city. So it's larger than Avashores, which is larger than the Shaw Cove, but it's not like a city. It's, you know, probably got 20,000 people living in it.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
More
Yeah, well,
than
let's
my
go have
town.
a chat with the Reeve.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before leaving, I want to turn to each individual Dragonborn and I want to place my left hand on their shoulder and then offer my right hand to shake their hand. And in Draconic, I'll say our kin will be reunited. And this gesture is kind of like known among Dragonborn to be like a sign of assurance or like understanding.
They reciprocate, and actually Sildroth of the War Priest will bless you. So you have the effects of
Thank
the
you.
bless spell.
Nice.
I would like to look to Canaray and say, yes, your kin will be ignited. And my Draconic is just a little off, so I think that's what it says.
Oh no.
I just huff out a little bit of smoke from my nose.
Oh yeah, I guess I can
And
make
that only increases my belief that I got it right.
As I'm shaking my head.
Ignited.
SMH.
Leon just looks over you and rolls his eyes.
Right.
Okay. So you guys want to go to the Reeves house?
Yes,
Yeah,
Okay.
What
Please.
are we doing with the Reeves house?
please.
I think
We're
just
gonna let them know.
we're primarily just letting them know and
Yeah.
asking to have a courier sent to what's the city
A
down there?
courier, a flying bird, a
And we can
Matriarch?
also
Magical-
case out the Reeve and see if they are potentially connected to this cult that's going around.
This cult that's going around.
that's true.
Yeah.
Although he might be part of the cult that's going around.
That's what I mean.
Okay. Well, you guys see some of the larger homes in the town, and you're able to see kind of like the biggest looking house. It's a 2-story house, and it is kind of on the kind of near the university or the academy, but they have like a small little plot of, you know, crops and stuff outside. You do see outside there seems to be some sort of like board with like little post notices on it.
Uh-oh.
Don't
There-
look at the board. Just close your eyes.
Just don't grab anything from the board and
But-
take the mission.
but Side quest.
Side.
We can't even commit to a main quest. What makes you think we can do a side quest as well?
What if I just
Is
want to look? What if I
Is there
just wanna,
anything
like,
on the way?
be
There might
nosy?
be something on the way.
Is it
There
yes?
is not,
Is
I
there any
guarantee.
side quests on the way to the Reeves house?
Well,
That's
Is the
literally
nose
right by
board
the door.
outside the Reeves house?
Yes. Is there like some evil button that we have to kill inside his garden?
no, I'll tell you what they say, but I won't assign you them. Is that cool? Do you guys want that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. One says that Baron Whistlin is looking for farmhands, work on the best farm in all of Centralia, pays the best, most richest wages, work for the highest IQ man in the whole town. The worst of times often create the best opportunities to make good deals.
I'm sold. That was so convincing.
And
He sounds like an awful version of Barry Suckercorn. Nope.
then the second one is paid research study at the academy, clinical trials in progress, pays 50 gold a day, apply to Louis passed out.
Louis passed. Was it
Is
just
that
those two?
sleep apnea
Mhm.
trials or something?
Yep.
That's it,
Yep, those are just two.
guys. We could do.
We
No.
could.
We could do
the
the-
clinical trials.
Oh, I was
We
thinking
could do
the
the clinical
working
trial.
farm one. He seemed really
No.
nice. He seemed nice. Really
Clinical tri-
smart.
Oh,
Vanna, you know what
Which-
clinical trial means, right?
drugs.
Drugs.
Oh.
And a potential lawsuit.
Ooh.
And souls.
Please sign on the
I
dotted
go up
line
to the
before you
Reeves
go
door
in
and
here.
I
If you
knock.
die, you forfeit your
Okay.
soul to the
The
godliness.
Reeve doesn't answer themselves, but they do send a small kind of, looking lady. She's a half elf and she opens the door. I will bring you guys onto that map now. Boop, boop, boop. Can you guys pull yourselves onto the map? And then
Where
just
do you want us? Like the bottom?
yeah, bottom is like the
Whoa.
front door, but can you guys see?
No.
Yes.
I mean, we've got like a light. Is it nighttime?
Mine's
No.
Or is it
let
just
me
very
Um,
dark?
mine's
turn it on.
black.
Yeah, you have to drag yourself on. So in the third tab up the top, like in the top right, there's like tabs. If you go to the third tab and under
Oh, yeah.
players, yeah,
Yeah.
you should have one, and you just click and drag it onto the board.
Okay. Do you guys
Uh-oh.
see more now? I'm trying to
Yep.
open it.
Yep.
Beep boop boop.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
I did
There's
it.
a lizard.
Woo!
What?
That's
Who's
Leon.
the lizard?
That's Leon.
The lights
Oh.
are gone.
What?
Yeah, the lights
It's
are
dark.
blacked out.
Ah!
They're all
Why?
gone.
turned
We're in
out
the
the
void.
light.
Dude,
Who cast blindness, deafness?
it's been breaking. The
Ooh.
freaking
Dynamic.
dynamic lighting, dude. It
fucking
makes me
sucks,
so
dude.
mad, bro.
It's so
Why
bad.
are you like this dynamic lighting? Why? But anyways, yeah, so this lady, I'll fix it in a second. But she answers and she's kind of timid, but she's like, are you guys here to see the wreath?
Yes, ma'am. I am Ignis Bartholomew of the Bartholomew noble family of the swamps of the gnomes. I'm a gnomish knight, and we request audience with the Reeve. Me and the cinnamon and woman.
Sure. Yeah, he's currently just give him a couple minutes. He's just a little busy at the moment, but if you come on in and take a seat, I will go grab him for you.
The light's back.
Oh, is it?
For
Oh,
me,
for
I
me.
entered inside the house and it came back for me.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Oh, well, that's
No,
convenient because I was just
no.
fixing it again.
but we
Oh,
can
yeah,
we've still only got like a light radius.
Yeah, we just got a radius, but that's fine. We can.
Well, that's just
deal
because
with
that's all you can see in real life. Even if a mile away there's light, I can't see a mile away.
It's true.
I can.
that. Don't judge my elf eyes.
How
Look-
far can your
look with
elf
your
eyes
elf
see,
eyes.
Piastri?
There's like 400 men over that ridge.
So the Reeve, after like 5-10 minutes, you guys are brought to this area. Here, I'll bring you over here, and instructed to sit at this
Oh
table.
god.
Ignis got
Got
left
left
behind.
behind. Oh god. Oh god, don't leave me.
The Reeve comes downstairs. He's pretty tall. He's got short black hair. He's wearing these big circular like Coke bottle glasses at the end of his nose. He kind of, has to do the whole push-up nose thing. Hello. You lot wanted to see me.
Yes, Reeve. We come as agents of Schlingleberry. Do you know her?
What?
The crazy druid.
Yes, that is an accurate depiction of her.
Uh-huh.
So that's about right. Yeah. I mean,
What about her?
crazy, but not bad.
Yeah.
I wouldn't-
She informed us that there were trolls in the forest to the west.
Okay.
She went to go investigate. She was attacked by a force greater than the trolls, and it is her knowledge that the trolls are heading south towards the southern towns of
Matrio.
Montreal and
The city-state. I can't remember its
the
Vestoria.
city
name.
state. Yeah.
Vestoria. That's the
Mhm.
one.
What was it?
Vestoria.
Ah, damn, I was off. I thought it was a T, not a V. Vestoria. These are trolls being controlled by something greater, and we just want to pass this information along so you could get word to them to be careful and not let children go play in the forest so they get eaten and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we're talking about something strong enough to
Take out an arch.
injure Schlingleberry.
Well, something that concerns any one of the towns in Assyria Lure would concern Centralia as well. Was this in the Darkwood? Or in the
Yes.
Sanguine Forest? In the Darkwood.
Dark
In the
forest, yeah.
Darkwood.
This makes me nervous as we border the Darkwood. I shall send some couriers down to go see. We are running very low on manpower at the moment. The war has taken several thousand from our town.
That's why I thought it best and prudent to warn you. I might advise that the couriers move quickly and don't move alone.
Do you know if Vestoria is siding with Assyria Lure in this conflict?
I do not know. That would be something that Lord Erevar would be discussing with them. While they are within the borders of Assyria Lure, they are their own separate entity. I haven't really been following the war too much. I have some personal matters that I've been attending to. My daughter's intended groom was murdered just the other day. I wish I had more time to discuss with you guys, particularly you. What did you say your name was, Gnomish Knight?
I'm Ignis Bartholomew of the Bartholomew Gnomish Knight family.
I have been actually working to secure Gnomish trade logistics. I should like to discuss this with you further, but currently I'm a little preoccupied. I will send a courier down to Montreal. Sorry to hear about your friend, the druid, or whatever she is.
Loose acquaintance.
She threatened us.
Best. Oh. Friend.
Nope.
Oh.
Yeah,
Um,
right.
Yes,
Okay.
she is very energetic in her convictions.
Oh, she cut productivity of our farms down by about a third a couple years ago, and but we're sticking to it because we don't want whatever plagues or drought or
She-
fire or whatever she can.
She does that.
Yeah.
I hear
Yeah.
she turns people into like flowers and kills them.
That's
Stuff like that.
just
but-
not true.
You're thinking of
Look,
rumors.
you just heard something there that may pin her as a suspect. Possibly.
Oh, flowers, not.
But
So, we're getting off topic, though. I do apologize. Out of curiosity, we are also investigating something in your town that alarms us greatly about an organization in town, particularly to do with students and disappearances.
Oh, thank God. Yeah, anything that is academy business is dealt with at the academy. While they do pay taxes to Centralia, we have no say on what goes on over there. Quite frankly, nor do we want to.
Okay.
What
Great.
was the what did you mean by thank God?
Oh, I assumed that you were talking about just another matter, but like I said, I've
The-
got a lot of problems right now as my
The blood cult?
do you care to elaborate?
blood cult.
Can I do an insight check as he hears that?
You sure can.
May I also do one?
Me too.
You sure can. Ignis,
Ah.
you're just like, wow, this guy is really telling the truth.
23.
Arthur, you can tell that he seemed relieved when you brought up the academy. He was like, oh, thank God, this isn't, what, I was concerned about. You can tell that he's emotionally pretty drained. He's got a lot on his plate right now. When you said blood cult, he didn't necessarily perk up at that, but there does seem to be something that he's being very reserved about that is also worrying him beyond the death of his daughter's intended groom.
What's got you so troubled?
I'm, concerned about I like being the reeve of this town. My father's been the reeve of this town, his father before him, and I am concerned that there's going to be some sort of emergency election. Usually these reeveships are passed down through generations, but when there is a vote of no confidence in the ruler, I'm concerned that, some power-hungry citizens might wish to take Centralia for themselves. And I know I've been a little absent as of late in the town, but I'm, it's a big town, and I struggle to keep it all together all the time. I don't know about a blood cult, per se,
Well, that's sad.
but there are some strange things that have been happening.
Whereabouts?
Just missing persons, with the war on the horizon. We're just not really prepared right now for any rationing of foods. We don't have any stores for ourselves. The people are just not particularly feeling very confident right now. So really, there's been some drug trade happening in the town as well. My guards are trying
What?
to stay on top of it. We're having a lot of curious folk coming from all over to go to the academy or shop at our markets. But, we had these, no offense, sir, these questionable gnomes that rolled through town. They've got some sort of fire thing that explodes. I don't know. So there's just a lot of interesting changes and scary events that have been happening within our town. And I understand why Centralia might not think that I'm the right guy for the job, of course. But, it doesn't feel good. And then now, my daughter is a wreck. My son's supposed to take over. He's learning.
Oof. Oof. I don't need an inside check for that one.
Oh dear.
Can Can I ask you as well? Could you point us towards the blood lake?
I'm sorry. I'm not sure.
We heard
Blood Lake. We've
we heard about the blood lake or bud lake. It's secondhand information,
Third hand. Who knows?
third-hand information.
So many hands.
Maybe some dead hands too along the way, but we're
A
not
lot
sure.
of hands.
Well, there's the lakes made out of water. I'm not sure. There's two of them. Blood
Do you
Lake.
know which one would be called Blood Lake?
Or would have blood in it. Or near it.
To my knowledge, there's no. I mean, I guess all lakes have blood, right? Like fish die and eat each other. Is that what you're
Yeah.
talking about, or?
Your town, man.
Yeah.
Well,
Anything blood related that you're aware of that happens or goes on
Dentist,
in your town, or it's just out of the ordinary that you're trying to.
We heard a
Figure
lot of
out.
academy students hang out at this blood lake.
I'm not quite following the blood lake. I don't, if that's what the kids are calling it these
Well, it's
days.
Bud Lake, maybe.
Yeah.
Bud Lake. There's a Bud's farm. There's the two lakes. I don't know.
Is Bud's farm near a lake?
Yeah, Bud's farm. All the farms are on the coast of the shore of the lake. They need the water.
Irrigation is very important. for
What
things.
does
Maybe-
Bud's farm? What do they?
Maybe
like, grow?
Maybe it
What's
was Bud
happening there?
Lake and it was the farm at Bud Lake.
Well, he's supposed to be growing wheat crops, but
Oh, he's
been-
growing wheat crops, all right.
The shipments have been pretty slow. The mill, actually, some of the other farms, he's having problems, I guess, with his crops and labor. And I know he's just lost a couple of his farm hands. I haven't spoken to him myself, but my, tax people say, again, he's just not producing as much as he used to.
Suspicious.
Does the
Am I-
name Novier mean anything to you?
No, I'm sorry. I try my best to meet all of the residents of Centralia, but there are just so many of them.
All right. Would the customs office maybe have records like that?
They would, but those records are strictly confidential and sealed.
Yes.
Naturally.
That is, yes, I agree with my friend. Naturally. We do believe he might be tied with some of these disappearances and the odd going-ons. We are a famed adventuring group, the Cinnamon and Woman. We are looking into this out of the goodness of our souls.
Okay.
And if you could assist us in getting some information, that would be quite helpful for us and for you.
And you need these records to find this Noivir person.
There's a high chance that he did not sign in with the customs office. But if there's a chance he did, we might as well try and take it. And in my experience, usually bad things come in threes. So if we find out what's happening to him, that might give us some answers to other things that are going on in town. The shady folks all tend to talk to one another and, as they like to say, drink the same tea.
Yes, okay. Roll a perception check.
Perception check. Ah, shite. That's my strength. No, it's not. I suck.
Okay. All right,
Oh,
roll
no.
persuasion. You don't know.
Wait a second. Let me just see if I no, I don't have inspiration, but I am much better with persuasion. Much
So
better.
yeah, you don't
Much
notice anything,
better.
but while you're delivering your spiel, you can see him just like, well, if you think it would help, I can grant you access. Just here, and he writes a letter with it gives his seal, and it gives you access to the records from the customs office. Just go talk to Christoph over at the customs office, and he'll see to it that you can peruse through them. You can't take anything with you to go, of course.
Of course not. We don't need
I
talkie
just-
bags.
I just want to ask as well, like, what are the chances that these people, like the shady people, are going through the customs office? Because when we were waiting in line at the customs, we just saw people kind of like just walking around the building.
Yeah.
I mean, generally, people are pretty good about, registering, and the guards usually, send people over there. We're a bit short-staffed at the moment.
I'm
Here's
just
one quick
possible.
question from me.
I'm just
some
worrying.
Some people do hide in plain sight, so it's
Yeah,
possible.
I guess
It's
they
not-
could be maybe bribing the customs officers, possibly. But then, yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure what information we're trying to find at the customs office. Is what I'm trying to say.
There's very little chance that he did actually stop in, but you never know. You never know. Also, where did you happen to say those gnomes were? You said there were some gnomes blowing stuff up. I can put in a good word to get them to stop blowing stuff up.
Well, the last I heard, they were just parked outside of the customs office. We're having a hard time figuring out where they can put their dangerous merchandise. So that's kind of like a warehouse where we kind of keep all of, all the incoming shipments and stuff. But we're trying to keep it a little bit separate from, out of harm's way, of course. I have their names here somewhere, and he goes into his office, comes back like, 2 or 3 minutes later, kind of like shuffles around. Perhaps you've heard of them. Last name here, let me see, Blunderbuss mean anything to you in the gnomish world? Is it these people of note?
You said blunderbust?
Yes.
No, they haven't.
They told us that they were pretty important people, but if you haven't heard of them, that solidifies what I was thinking.
Can I
Yeah.
insight?
Yeah, can I
you
inside
can
check him
insight
as well?
check. Are you inside checking him or Ignis?
Ignis.
Ignis. Fuck.
Fuck you.
Oh.
Seems to be
This
telling the truth.
deceptive motherfucker.
Well,
Okay.
That is it for
On
me.
a-
Thank
on
you.
a
Thank
different
you.
note, I mean, what are you doing with the killer of your daughter's fiance?
That's that's a family. That's a personal family matter that we will be dealing with. Unfortunately, it was just on the night before they were to be married. My wife and my daughters were out to dinner, and the men were out, having a party, as young men are wont to do on the eve of their wedding, and it's a bit of an awkward situation, of course, and my daughter's very torn up about it.
I mean, no. What's the word I'm looking here for?
Promises.
Oh no, I'm not promising anything. Just every reeve we've met so far has had some kind of death in the family.
Dangerous job, I guess.
Oh yeah, maybe you should step down. Keep your family safe.
Are you serious? Do you know who they're gonna probably put in my place?
No.
Well, I mean, it is a dangerous job. Maybe they don't last.
Who are they going to put in your place?
Probably the whistling guy.
The whistling.
The
guy.
Whistling guy.
Mm-hmm.
Who's whistling?
Yeah, the whistling good?
Is
Good
that his
chance?
name or is that what he does?
No, that's his name. He runs the farm, the whistling farm.
The wit.
The whistling
His name is
farm.
Whistling Guy.
And what's wrong? What's so bad about the
Whistling.
whistling guy?
Yeah.
He's an idiot.
Oh no.
That's just like, your opinion, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe we'll go have a chat with him as well. Find out if he knows much.
That's to you, of course. I just look. Like I said, I've got a lot going on here, guys, and you know I'm sorry. I wish I could be more help with your blood cult and your blood lake. If you find anything, I'll 100% help with your blood cult. Take out the blood cult. I think that's what you're looking to do. I'm
Are you
sending
gonna
a
help us
courier.
dredge the blood lake?
I don't know
What's a blood
about a
lake?
blood lake. I'm very concerned.
We
I'll-
heard about a blood lake.
I'm gonna have to reach out to the academy and have them go
A
test
lake of blood.
the waters now because it seems very much against EPA. It doesn't seem very EPA approved.
People
So
better not be drinking that stuff, you know?
well, I mean, what else are we gonna drink?
At least their iron intake is gonna be pretty high.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Nobody's
right.
gonna be fainting. That's for
Well,
sure.
Actually, too much iron is a bad thing, but that's
It is.
Yeah, for sure. So, unless there's anything else, I really should be getting back to my family.
Oh, of course.
Of course.
Yes.
Thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you for your aid.
Appreciate it.
Okay. Arthur, what's your passive perception?
Mine.
Yeah.
It is a 15.
And what's Diastri's?
15 as well.
Same, I think. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you two are the ones with the highest passive. Sorry, normally I have this all written on a sheet, but I'm afraid to have extra tabs open. As you guys are walking out, there's the room down here, and the door is open a crack, and you just sort of hear some shuffling from the inside, and you kind of glance over, and you see a woman is like furiously just painting a super large canvas. There's paint all over the floor, stuff like that.
Can we see what the painting is or its potential?
Yeah, I mean, you're just kind of glancing in, so you just see several big colors, a big swath of purple, like white energy. Looks like a couple of trees, sort of looks like a landscape, but with like a mystical element.
Does the person look younger, as in, like, could be Reeves' daughter?
No, it looks like it's the Reeves' wife, she's the,
Oh, Reeves' wife,
like
okay.
his age,
Yeah.
unless he's,
Can I accidentally,
This is-
like, while
this is
we're
actually-
while we're getting ready to leave, think that's the exit, act like that's the exit, and kind of like open the door, like, oh, sorry,
Yeah, you can.
and
She
to see if I get a better look or anything or reaction.
she looks at you and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm very busy right now."
Oh, sorry, I thought this was the way out. That's it's a amazing painting. What are you painting?
I'm just dealing with something. It's therapeutic. It's the cataclysm myths of creation when, the mother and the father walked the earth and how the magic kind of just tore apart the world.
I mean, I think everybody's heard some of those stories one way or another.
What are you doing in my house?
Oh, we came to speak with the Reeve. Is that the Reeve's your husband?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, no, we just had some business to discuss with him in regards to.
I'm
The
sure he
city
didn't help
and-
you at all. Useless.
Oof.
Girl. Ooh.
Too bad it's only Diastri there.
You're not wrong, but
What? He wasn't completely useless, but he maybe could have been better. Do you?
Title of a sex tape.
He wasn't completely useless. We could have been better.
she doesn't say that.
So if he doesn't run things around here, who really runs things around here?
I mean, he tries to run things around here. He is the Reeve, after all. And she kind of holds out a hand. I'm Marquisa.
Take the hand and just kind of give a little bow.
And we start hearing saxophone in the background.
Some careless whisper, yeah.
Bloody Diastri messing with people's marriages. It's really good.
Great.
So if he's maybe not, as you said, not helping, Jesus Christ.
We're all in the background, like the saxophone's out, and
Trying to work here, guys.
Someone jumps
Work
on piano.
comes later.
Din, 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 din. Comes out in just a white collar tee.
Is there anybody you would suggest, maybe yourself, that could provide us with more information now or at some other point down the road, and if we find ourselves back in Centralia?
Information about what? I mean, you can just read the newspaper that they
Oh, I
print
mean,
at
we're
the print shop.
more of the stuff that you don't see in the newspaper, the gossip, the things that happen in the darker corners of towns and cities.
Sir, I'm a lady of nobility. I have no time for gossip or anything like that.
I mean, in the sense that if your husband is the Reeve and you guys run the city, it's in your business to know what's taking place in the town.
Yes.
I would assume you know the darker circles of people that work in those areas.
I do know the darker people if you're looking for that sort of bad news bears.
I mean, generally we are adventurers that we thrive on information.
Do you
We'd
happen
like
to
to
be
know things.
murderers for hire by any chance?
Two of
Are
us.
you asking for us to work for you?
I'm just purely curious. It's, like you said, it's my business to know what goes on in the town.
We have not been hired to do anything of that nature as of yet.
Oh, good, good. Well, if you're looking for some of the more unsavory types, I suggest you go to the Orcish Respite. It's a safe home for half-orcs.
The Orcish Respite.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we'll check that out if we feel like we need to gather some additional information that might be relevant to whatever we're working on.
Excellent. Well, unless you're going to buy one of my paintings, I should get back.
Yeah, actually, I wouldn't mind buying a painting, and I'm just gonna scan the room and see anything that catches my eye.
You can see there's kind of a smaller canvas. It's probably like a 9x12.
Yeah, something small that it would be easy to bring along.
It's a painting of the academy at like as sun is setting, and the sun is like glinting on like the marble walls, and it's like got like the shiny green roof and everything. There's also like a pretty large painting, and it's from the view from Centralia looking over the eastern lake into the Warrens with the trees and some hills in the background. Very pretty.
How big is that one?
It's like 3x3.
Ah, it's a little big. How much for the one of the academy with the sunset?
Oh, that'll be 500 gold.
500 gold. Wow, that is expensive. And it's definitely worth it. It's very beautiful, but it's a little bit out of my price
Safe,
range
safe.
at this point in time.
That's why you're looking for the unsavory types. Understandable. Well, if you're ever in the market for some art, you know where to find me.
When we come across some spendable cash, then we'll look you up. Thank you.
Tiny
Exit.
canvas in this economy? Okay. And the rest of you are outside the house, right? Like not just like chilling in the hallway? Okay.
I mean, yeah, I probably would have been just chilling in the hallway, like
As
a
soon as
wait.
he's
We
banging
would
on
like
the
Like, what the
saxophone on
fuck
the
is
way
this
out.
guy doing, bro?
I would have stopped and waited, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What the fuck is this guy doing?
Dude, she's got a whole art gallery in there. It was pretty cool.
In
I
another
mean,
life.
but expensive taste. I mean, if you guys ever want some pretty cool paintings. She's got some, but I mean, the little guy was 500 gold by itself. So
Yeah, nah, I got
Oh,
so,
I
I
can
got
go spend there
things
right
I'd
now if I
rather
want to.
spend
I'm not
money
going
on.
to.
maybe
I think
Think
we
of
all
it as an
could, to be
investment.
honest, but if we
All right, my friends,
buy
should we
it,
go back to the inn and get our
Sure.
weapons? And what time of day is it?
At this point, it's like 3 p.m. afternoon. Not quite
Well,
night.
should we go to the inn and get our weapons and make a plan?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that's a good
I think
idea.
so.
Okay, so you guys
Best idea you've had all
return
day.
to the inn, and that is where we will call it because it's 8 o'clock.
Yep.
It's like we had perfect
Recovering our
timing with that.
weapons.
Yep.
Recovering our freaking weapons and making sure. I was like a bit worried. We were just walking around the whole town with no weapons on
Yeah, it
us.
feels scary being unarmed, doesn't it? But
I ain't unarmed. I got these
We have
guns.
magic.
I mean, that's like a D5 or a D6
That's
or
all
a
I need.
D4.
But
Where,
with that, thank you guys for today's sesh. Good job, good job, and
Definitely.
we will see you guys next week.
Don't forget about
Thank you, Bards and
Bards
Cards.
and
Thank you, Bards and
Cards.
Cards.
Bye,
Bye.
GG5.
Bye.